Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nuuli Forged. We are a 5e actual play stream that plays some D&D in the world of Nuuli, which came out of my brain, and 6 of my friends are brave enough to play in, but they're dropping like flies. No, just kidding. You will notice tonight we have some grayed out faces. Sarah, who plays Andra, and Tanner, who plays Lunine, are unavailable this evening. But Amber, who plays Oza, will be joining us in a little bit. They're just having some traveling shenanigans. But nonetheless, we will be playing some D&D tonight. I've got it. Thank you for the Pikachus. Always nice to see you here. Thanks for being with us. Much appreciated. Oh, and Ives Got It has resubscribed 44 months. Thank you so much, Ives Got It. That's almost that's almost 4 years. Damn.
We've been playing for a little minute.
We've been doing this a minute, haven't we? Shit. Thank you so much, Ives Got It. You're the best mod in town. Thank you so much. You're lovely. We love you. Hope you're doing well down there with your car and everything. Anyway, let's do a quick round of intros and everything. But first, I'm going to need someone to roll me a D31. Dun dun dun.
Let's see who can do it the fastest.
Yeah, that's the real quiz.
31, you say? Just did beat you.
All right. So please, everyone, introduce yourself, your character, and let's do a quick. How does your character feel about different types of terrain? Jungles, beaches, that kind of thing. Do you have a favorite or a least favorite, or do you associate one with a particular trauma or pleasant event from your past? So brew on that for all of 10 seconds here. We're diving right into the improv. So get ready. And we're going to start our introductions with Matt.
I'm about ready. Hi, I'm Matt.
I knew you wouldn't be.
Playing Rogue, the Corvus Phantom. I don't think he's really familiar with terrain outside of urban. Does that count as terrain? It is by default perhaps his favorite.
Fair
I
enough.
don't think he's opposed to the outdoorness, but we shall see.
Fair enough. Next up, we got Mike.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mike. I play Renata, the Bardlock. In terms of terrain, he doesn't have a care about nature or the outside world. I know. He's not a nature boy. He wants to be in the city where there are people. And where there are people, that means there are crowds that will listen to his music. So doesn't really care for the woods, doesn't care for the mountains. And unless there's a crowd at the beach, doesn't care for beaches either. So doesn't care for it.
Okay.
Needs people. As long as people are there, people are your favorite terrain?
Yeah, there we go.
I got some parties you should attend. Next up, we've got Jeff.
Hello, I'm Jeff. I play Selenar, a elf druid. He is a druid of the coast.
I thought to say, give him your full title.
This is a hella loaded question for Selenar. He spent lots of times in the woods along the coast of the Divide River, and he feels right at home in the woods and on the coast.
Wonderful. Thank you. My name is Jared. I'm your humble dungeon master here on Nuuli Forged. I play everyone and everything else that is not the 6 player characters. And Nuuli's got it all. It's got deserts and people love them and people hate them. And it's got Arctic areas and people love them and people hate them. And forests and mountains and cities and pastures and fields and tundra and whatever other biomes you got. It's probably on Nuuli somewhere. And maybe some you don't know. But hey, whatever. Anyway, being that is all wound up, let's dive into last time on Nuuli Forged.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Whoop, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Echo! 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 Keep it going, guys. I'm just kidding.
No, it is perfect timing.
The
As
lizard dot has arrived.
Oh yeah,
indeed, as
the
it
lizard dot. That's me.
yes,
You.
It's me. I'm a dot made of lizards.
yes, we got you now. Well, then, Amber, by all means, please introduce yourself, your character, and answer the question on if they have a favorite terrain of any kind or how they feel about different terrains. Is there a least favorite? Is there a traumatic or past event within it that your character subscribes to? Yeah.
Okay. Hello, I'm Amber, and I play Ozo, the the Way of Mercy monk. And I really love taking a nice little walk in like nice meadow, but like I want there to be trees in the distance. And I just love to like watch the different kinds of birds because you get to see the birds in the bushes, and then you get to see the birds, hopping between the trees. And that's really, a good meadow. It's really peaceful, lots of kinds of life there. Everything fits together, and it's a perfect cycle.
Very cool. Thank you so much. And now let's dive into last time on Nuuli Forged. Last time on Nuuli Forged, Corvus came clean to his comrades about his mission for cash to investigate one Darren Dandyfoot's loyalties, and shared his plan to impersonate one of his lieutenants, gain a ledger proving Darren's disloyalty, and get out of the guild hall undetected. To do so, he will need the help of his allies. After this reveal, the party began discussions on a course of action, but ultimately went to rest. During that lovely, calm, relaxing sleep, each had a disturbing dream or nightmare. Lunine dreamt of lycanthropes hunting him down, of his home destroyed, and of a strange voice speaking to him. Renata dreamt of a song and a creature summoned to hunt him. Ozo dreamt of a phantom with a terrifying vision. Andra dreamt of shadows battling her former teacher's familiar, and then a voice in the dark offering her up a gift. Corvus dreamt of failing or even betraying his mentor. And Renata experienced the violent ending of a past life for the very first time. Well, following their night of strange dreams, the party gathered and decided to visit Captain Saltcrust, who had sent them word. There they were given their share of the bounty for the capture of one Sapfoot Jones, as well as a recommendation for a ship to the peripherals, where Lunine is anxious to travel. The group decided to split up their work. Corvus, Ozo, and Andra would investigate the local burlesque house in hopes of gaining insight into another one of Darren's lieutenants, one Paris Swanee, while Lunine, Renata, and Selenar would investigate this other ship known as the Healer's Eye. The ship team met with Corin Cates and Captain Turi Joyson of the Eye and came to terms on passage to Shorebank, namely the retrieval of a small figure from a collector in town, plus a similar sort of mission once they reach the Isle of Shorebank. Or the town. You're not sure if it's the name of the isle or the town, but they seem to know roughly where it is. Meanwhile, the investigative team was successful in locating Paris in the burlesque house, where Corvus got a bit more info on this individual before having to abandon his attempts and being discovered. Leaving the trio leaving that establishment, the trio made their way up to the Heart Tier, where they bought some holy oil for Andra, and Corvus excused himself to send a message to Cash via an intermediary. The two groups have now joined one another back at the Lucky Chance Casino, which is where we will pick up with our adventure here tonight. Indeed, friends, you have gathered from your disparate missions and come together and are now a group in the wide streets outside the casino. It's about midday, so it's kind of like busy lunchtime, busy lunch hour, people letting off some steam. Perhaps some overnight folks are still having a good time. And there probably are some like high rollers who just hang out there all the time. But you have all kind of gathered now out here and are kind of forming a little crowd. It doesn't seem like you're necessarily like conspicuous. Like there's lots of like groups of people kind of like talking about various things. But it is up to you to plan what you want to do.
Okay, if we think this is a safe enough area to act like we're having a casual conversation, then I'll speak candidly.
Yeah, I mean, you can make a perception check, see if anyone's listening to you.
I'm gonna go in, guns blazing. Where's my mouse? Oh gosh.
With no regard at all for who's listening to us, Selenar says, Corvus, we're looking for someone here. What are they supposed to look like?
Corvus does the hand on the hips meme. Sorry, trying to reload my character page. What is it doing? Why are you being silly, D&D Beyond?
Oh. Is it?
Maybe it was because I had it not full screen or something. It was being weird.
Oh. Weird.
Here we go. Back to normal. I will tell him that it is the gentleman we were coming to look for the last time we were at the casino, and give him a sort of brief. Well, let me make that perception check first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Yeah, no one's paying any attention to you guys. You guys are fine.
You don't notice the person behind you doing this.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so Selenar's just looking for a description on who we're looking for.
I'll give him a sort of vague description and say that, a couple of us know what he looks like. We need to make this plan happen. I think we need to enact it today. So perhaps a couple of us go in and scout out to see if he's actually inside the casino yet. I guess we could all
to go look.
I guess we could all go in, but perhaps we should spread out. I fear us starting to look a little conspicuous together so often.
Well, also, is this the time when is Renata making a friend, or are we?
Yeah, there was a plan that Lunine and Renata had. I know we're half of that team now, but about going in, making friends, butting up at the high roller table, playing some money things, and then
right. Remind me that plan again. I was supposed to make friends with who?
that was me hoping that it would kickstart your memory, because I only know about half the story.
No, you're the friendly one. So if you make friends with Selfin Denka, then you could like get invited and go get a layout of the rooms where they go. Maybe what's the shop called?
Calamine Solution?
Yes, that.
I can do that. Yeah, just when we see him, point him out, point me in the right direction, and I will do it.
Lunine spotted him last time. Lunine had an inn to the high roller tables, which is where he plays. You were going with him, so there's an inn for you. You know what the idea is, right? Once we find him, do I need to remind us that?
Just to make sure we're all on the same page, why don't you remind us?
I'm going to say this part quieter. Even though I'm pretty sure no one's listening. We need to remove him from his natural daily cycle. Not permanently, necessarily, so that I can play a little dress up.
Oh, we're doing that today?
Okay.
I think today's
I thought
the day.
we were gonna.
Well, if
get
we can
invited.
find him.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, if it doesn't look like we have that opportunity, I just fear that I have maybe wasted too much time in this city.
Sure, fair enough.
We all have to make smart choices about when to act, but I think moving forward, if it looks like we have an opportunity.
Yeah, and we do potentially have transport to Shorebank in the next couple days, so hopefully we can wrap this up in that amount of time.
That is a part that worries me a bit. I think the needing to get out of here as soon as possible might be
So
might
maybe
be a
today to
thing.
make friends and then go to Calamines and find out, because you were worried about the layout. And I could find out more.
Sorry, my honor. I need to go.
Godspeed.
Well, I'm happy to
Good,
go
we're
take
finding
a
the
look
guy.
for this gentleman, and Selenar just
Yeah.
goes to walk into the casino.
Yeah.
And I was not in the casino group the last time, so he has
Correct.
not been in here yet.
Yeah. And Selenar, you have been inside Calamine's Lotions, though. So you know it seems like just a regular kind of apothecary shop. It doesn't
Yeah,
seem
and
like
last
it.
time we were there, we were I think I rolled an investigation check, just looking for something vaguely out of the ordinary. But Selenar also felt that mission was kind of dumb and didn't know what he was looking for, so I ended up not seeing anything.
Right. Cool. All right. So you head into the casino, and what you see upon entering is a massive establishment. It seems like the normal 8-foot ceiling has been removed, whether it was never there or whether it was removed to make the place seem grander. You aren't sure. But so it's 16, 17-foot tall ceilings, or maybe even 20-foot tall. And it is packed with all kinds of people at various tables, and there's all kinds of noise and people shouting and screaming and celebrating, and a couple people crying at some tables. There are wait staff walking around with trays of beverages and little snacky bits. But yeah, it seems like in the middle of the day here, it's fairly lively. Go ahead, make a perception check.
Yeah, you would kind of stick towards the edge of the room and just sort of do what anyone who doesn't like to gamble does in a casino.
Yeah, go for it.
Perception, you said?
Yes. All right. Yeah, a 22 is really nicely done. So you begin kind of casing the outside, kind of looking at people, trying to find this individual. In tandem with this, go ahead and just give me a, let's call it a deception check.
Okay, it's untrained. I don't know how much that matters.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah. It's just to pass yourself off as someone who's not looking for someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The people who are obviously the bouncers, kind of definitely take note of you and kind of look at you, but they don't stop you. It doesn't seem like you're doing anything harmful. So you walk around, and you get a pretty good look over the next few minutes. Meanwhile, while Selenar has entered and is beginning to look around, what are the rest of you doing?
I would have waited a moment. Let Selenar go in separately.
Okay.
I know I'm very noticeable, and I think, did I go with them last time? Amber wasn't there, but Ozo was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. If I were to give Ozo the description or remind them of who we're looking for, and Corvus would like to leave Ozo outside to let me know if they wink wink if you see them come in or on the street or something. And I think I'm going to go in after a few minutes stagger with Selenar and just have a look around as well. Maybe start to play somewhere on the lower level where I can watch the door, maybe the entrance.
Okay.
Because it's still kind of early, right?
Yeah, it's like midday. You don't know what time he gets here, if he gets here at all.
No, I know. That's the problem.
Go ahead. Make a perception check, Corvus.
Off to a great start.
Great. Cool.
Oh, much
Right.
better.
So you definitely find a place at a table by the door. And you can pull up into the next hand. Renata, what are you up to?
I'm sorry, is Lunine with us as well?
Yeah.
Or is Lunine? Okay.
Yeah, Lunine and Andra are here, but they're kind of shadowy and indistinct, so they're just kind of like doing what the group is doing.
Okay.
So in other words, you can't have Lunine like go be the high roller because the player's not here.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna suggest.
Bummer. Okay.
Okay, so Lunine is shadowy, so I will go in and I don't know, I'll make my way to a table. I'll borrow I can't borrow from Lunine. I think I have money. I'll try to play a table. Maybe
Great.
get the crowd pumped up around me.
Make a perception check. Cool. You think you find a table that will serve your purpose as well. It's kind of in the middle of everything. Lots of opportunities to get eyes on you if and when you decide to start playing the game here. But you settle on in.
Excellent.
Cool. So as you two are beginning your play, Selenar, you do not see the individual that Corvus described to you anywhere here. You do find a set of stairs that seem to lead up, and there's like a bouncer guy there. He's not seemingly blocking the entrance for people, but he is stationed there. But you do see, as you walk around, you see both Corvus and Renata join separate tables and like settle down and begin to start playing the games here. With a 22, you also notice an individual kind of going around the place. You notice... Sorry. You notice a human individual. They seem to have like big smile, a word for everybody as they are walking around, kind of stopping in at tables and giving little hellos and checking in to make sure everything's good. And the thing that stands out about this individual is that they are wearing like a shoulder cape over some like very fine clothes. And the cape is pinned with a bejeweled clasp in the shape of a pair of playing cards. Go ahead, give me an insight check, Selenar. Nice. With a dirty 20, Selenar, you know that not only is this guy probably important, but he's probably like a manager or the owner, or he's definitely above like a pit boss level.
No, he's not the guy we're looking for, but he is of note.
Yeah, like he is very much an important person, at least in this establishment.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely see him talk, have a small word with one of the like guard, bouncer, patrol people here, and a few minutes later, you see a very scrawny-looking woman being hoisted out, and as a pack of like cards like falls out of her sleeve, and she is ejected for what is obvious cheating.
No
Did I
cheating,
notice
no
Selenar come in and sit at the table overlooking the door?
Corvus, yeah, you saw.
Yeah, sorry, what did I say?
You said Selenar. That's you.
Okay.
cheating.
Is there a mirror?
There are. The entire place is designed, and with a 22 you would have picked this up. The entire place is designed to like keep people here and like not make it impossible to escape, but make it enticing to stay. So mirrors and like lights and kind of like meandering paths between tables and stuff are very much the vibe here.
Cool.
Yeah.
I guess I just... is there a place I could, like, get a snack while... really, I'm just trying to
Yeah.
see as much floor as possible, but I don't have any interest in gambling.
Yeah, there's a bar area that's got like snackies and that kind of thing.
Sure. So Selenar just goes and takes a perch and, you know, gets a empanada or whatever, and then
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for this guy to come in, try like people watching, essentially.
A chimichanga.
Great. So Corvus, you are hanging out at this table watching the entrance. And Renata, you're gonna try and like hype up a crowd over some like playing styles here.
Exactly. Yep. I'm gonna gamble a little bit, maybe do a little singing on the side, and just try to get the people like happy, in a really good mood, and
Cool.
Try to draw attention to me.
Cool. And Corvus, you are maskless in plain Corvus appearance.
Vanilla Corvus, yeah.
Vanilla Corvus.
Vanilla
Great.
Corvus.
Cool. All right. So, everybody go ahead, just roll a straight D20 for me. Oh, and Ozo, go ahead, give me a perception check as you are outside.
Yes, will do. I percept.
Okay.
Only a 12.
Cool.
And I'm doing my best to just like wander around.
Yeah.
Ooh, I rolled a 20 on that though.
Nice.
For better or worse.
And Corvus, roll me a straight D20.
Aha! Why's it gotta be straight?
Because it's just a die, no modifiers, no nothing.
Not bad.
Very good. Cool. So Ozo, as you are outside, you're kind of like watching for people, and you don't notice anyone like matching the description, which the description is very like milquetoast, except for a few notable.
Did I do a bad job?
No, like that's just who this guy is. Like, you know, he's short, a little bit shorter than average, bit of a paunch, scraggly, dark hair, scar across the left side of his face, rough stubble, dark eyes. But he just kind of like folds himself inward, so he's someone who like doesn't seek the spotlight. Like he's not like out there being like, hey, I'm here. He's out there being like, nobody look at me, which is what Ozo is looking for, and is not having many notable people who would fit that description. Most of the people entering here are very much like, you know, they're feeling lucky and they're feeling good. Otherwise, why would they go to a casino? Cool. Great. So, some hours go by as you are all here. Renata, you are playing some of the games, and over the next like 3 hours, you do come away with a small profit of 12 gold.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah. Corvus, you are kind of keeping an eye on things, and you don't see Sulfin come in after 3 hours, but you maintain your your cover by playing this table pretty well, and also come away with a profit of about 12 gold. Selenar, you're hanging out. You don't notice this guy come in. You spend about 3 gold on drinks and snacks over the next few hours. Ozo. Time goes by. You do not see Sulfan Denka show up at any point in time. But you do notice something else on a 20. What you notice is something that is familiar to you. And you see 2 young women having a conversation. And almost imperceptibly pass off a piece of paper in a manner that you have seen Corvus do before. And they pass this piece of paper off to a small child, a little half-elven boy, who runs by them and seemingly knocks into them at play. To anyone else, it's a simple, oh, the kid was playing and not paying attention. But as one of the women stoops down to help him up, you see a piece of paper slip into his pocket.
Cool. I am going to send out into the ether, hoping that Corvus is maybe within range. I am going to follow a kid.
Was I sitting close enough to the door for my plan to work?
Do you have to see the individual or no?
Speak telepathically to any one creature within 30 feet of you.
Ooh, I don't know. I might be out of range.
I'm going to say, like, you plan for this, so, like, Ozo's, like, leaning against the wall for just this reason.
Okay, I was like, I gotta stay close to the door for this to work.
Yeah.
Corvus,
And you specifically wanted to be close to the
I
door.
would explain.
So, yeah.
Yes, I could explain.
Yeah, I think you all planned for this, so I think you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So you get that message in your head, Corvus.
Follow a child. Follow a child. What does that mean? Follow a child.
Oh, right. That's all I said.
Ozo, make a perception check as well as you do this. And you can do it with advantage because of that 20 you rolled.
Okay. A 20.
A dirty 20. Yeah. As she slips it into the kid's pocket, you hear her mutter between the lines of, "Oh, you poor child, here, get up." You hear her say the name Sulfan.
Got it.
You just barely catch it, and you can't catch whether it's like tell or this is for or get or whatever. You can't get the full message, but with a dirty 20, you distinctly hear her say the name Sulfan to the child.
Okay. I will communicate that too. I'll just be like, I'm going to follow this child. Something about Sulfan. And then I shall stealth.
Corvus is trying to keep a poker face while he just heard that.
Go ahead, make a deception check, and Ozo, make a stealth check.
Oof, only
Cool.
a 9.
Cool. Yeah. That's probably fine.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you failed.
Probably not that stealthy. The
Okay.
kid probably says, "Who's that creepy dude?"
You start like following this kid like right away, and he like turns his head and like definitely notices you, and then kind of like scampers away and turns his head back around. You notice that he has noticed you.
That's good. You okay? I saw you fell down.
Oh, yeah, I guess I should have been watching where I was playing.
Okay. I mean, I can heal you if you want.
Make a deception check for me.
That's a thing that I'm terrible at. But luckily I'm creepy. 12. Natively creepy, so maybe that helps.
Yeah.
I got some candy.
Yeah. Great.
Maybe I'm just normal creepy, not I'm following you creepy.
Great. Yeah. So this kid is like, oh, yeah, thanks. That'd be nice, but I think I'm okay. I'm not like, it's just bumped into these ladies, and so I better get home or back to school or whatever I'm supposed to be doing.
Insight check.
Right.
Well, I mean, because you should be safe. Do you need to go to school? Are there schools here?
Oh.
I'm just talking to the kid.
Yeah, of course there are schools here. It's a city.
Oh, well, why aren't you in school? Why don't you know where you're supposed to go?
I do.
Did you hit your head?
No, I'm just on lunch. In the middle of the day, we have a lunch break.
Oh. I mean,
I
is it the
fold.
middle of the day? I'm really bad at time because I came from pretty far away, so I get a little confused on time. Are you sure you didn't bump your head? Let me look at your eyes.
No, you're
Pretty
weird. You
sure.
don't touch me. I'm gonna go now.
I don't need to touch you to look at your.
Damn.
Oh, okay. Please tell me Corvus has come out the door.
I was about to say, I fold.
Does Telenar see any
Yeah.
of this happening?
Selenar, make a
I'm
perception check.
outside.
Because you knew where Corvus was, so you may see Corvus leave. Corvus, you get up to leave. You don't notice him, unfortunately, amongst all the people, Selenar. But Corvus, you kind of make your way out. As you leave, give me a perception check.
Oh god, fingers crossed. This is all falling apart already. We just started the heist.
Yeah. Yeah, a 14, easy enough to see Ozo attempting to talk to a child, and the child backing up, being a little creeped out.
Okay.
Hello,
This is my-
child.
How
are you?
I am a doctor. Of the way of the fist. Anyway.
I'll punch you better.
Can I use this opportunity while the child is obviously distracted to get myself into a place where perhaps I can tell the child in stealth mode?
Yeah, make a stealth check.
In vanilla version, because there's people around, right? This is not...
Yeah, well, stealth isn't just being invisible or anything. It's also just being unnoticed in a crowd.
I'm doing my best Assassin's Creed, where he just disappears.
Hood up, sits on a bench.
After he kills the Pope and just
Be
disappears.
suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, double 28.
Yeah, you are, for all intents and purposes, you are invisible here. Nobody is paying you any attention. You are going with the flow of traffic and drift. You're doing that thing where you drift between groups, so it always looks like you're part of whatever the group is. So you are easily able to follow after the child as he scampers off.
Do I get close enough to Ozo? I wouldn't give up my stealth if this would, but do I get close enough to wink or give some kind of
Yeah.
nod?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna think, even though I know it's not gonna go anywhere, I'm gonna think to Ozo that I got this. And that I really should work on my telepathy.
Ozo, you see Corvus begin to trail the kid after you've scared him off. But you can tell that you only noticed Corvus because he wanted you to, and you just saw him give you a little wink, and then he disappeared into the crowd.
Okay. Does Corvus still have a seed on him?
He does.
I should, yeah.
Great.
And a bell that might kill us.
And a bell. Great. Oh, that's right, that bell. Okay. Yes. Great. That's good. Ozo will meander back to the Lucky Chance as nonchalantly as a very awkward creature from the woods can, and go find Lunine and Renata and Selenar.
Yeah. Go ahead. Just make a quick either investigation or perception check of your choice.
Oh, we're definitely percepting. 19.
Yeah, you very quickly find Renata, who has engaged a throng. He's being one of those very showy players, like, hey, one for the dealer, like doing the whole shebang. Like, Renata's very easy, and you and to notice, I meant
to spot, right?
easy to spot. Yes, and you definitely notice Selenar, who notices you because he had eyes on Renata as well. And Lunine is with you all, and you all gather up, and the 5 of you can remerge outside while Corvus is trailing this child. Corvus, as you are skittering down, kind of follow this child. He's doing that like kid thing of like, you know, like he runs and runs and runs and runs and runs, and then he turns down an alley and then like hides behind a water barrel. And you like very easily are like able to like he is not, he thinks he's being real sly, but you're a pro at this. Like, you know how to evade people and go unnoticed. This kid, his main benefit is that he's a child, and so people don't give a shit.
I see. Does he have potential? Should I try to recruit him?
You have a feeling he's like been shown the most basic of basics, because like he is using like rough techniques, but you know, nothing that you either don't know or weren't taught by other people in your guild.
Okay.
But yeah, the style is very definitively that of the guild. So you are trailing this guy, or this kid, for about 45 minutes or so before he comes to a large plaza that is very, very busy. There's like a lot of like restaurants and stuff kind of in this area. And you see that he is kind of like waiting in a certain spot. And then you see an old woman kind of come out with like a refuse bin and like dump it out into a collection area. And then it's not a big one. It's like a little like pot, like the size of like a cooking pot. But she dumps it out and then kind of leaves it on the like step. And after she goes back inside, the kid like darts over to it and like looks around and picks it up and puts a piece of paper under the pot and turns it upside down.
Sweet.
Yeah. And then the kid darts off into the crowd. Do you want to keep following the kid? Or are you going to abandon the kid?
I think I need to see what this note is.
Okay. The child is lost to you. We're going to keep you doing that stealth roll because you've done nothing to break it. So you quickly make your way unnoticed over and go to the stealth, and you can grab that piece of paper real quick as you casually sit down next to this this thing and kind of catch your breath. Nobody's really paying you any attention. You recognize a scribble on here that is written in a code that your guild uses. And it simply says, Denka, there's heat, not sure why. And Denka, there's heat, not sure why, casino.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to write all that down. I'm trying to make sure I remember which one is Dinka of all the names that are floating around in my notes.
So Sulfin is Denka. Denka is his last name.
Oh, Sulfin Dinka, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna casually leave the area after I've got my breath, and I'm going to.
Cool. Do you replace the paper? Okay, you do. Okay, great.
I want to see who comes for the note.
All right. You hide up in a little perch. Go ahead, make a new stealth check with advantage, because now you're not trying to blend into a crowd so much as you are trying to stay hidden and observe this area. Right, you're going to have advantage on it because, yeah, another 28. You are golden.
I can't do much else, though.
You have found a spot to hide yourself in and observe this area. Very cool. Meanwhile, back with the group, you have exited the casino. Ozo, you don't know where Corvus has gone, just that he has followed this child. What are you going to do? You and your group.
I'm going to ask Lunine to track him. I say, he's got the seed, right? We should find Corvus.
So this is where Lunine would clarify that he can check in on him for a moment, but it's not like it doesn't give him a how to get there kind of thing. It's just a watch thing. It's not a track thing.
That's fine. I just want to know where he is, and maybe we can find him. I mean, you know. Also, maybe we should just, like, not be seen talking too much. We can move somewhere else. I think that something is going on. Let's keep walking. Come on.
Okay.
Or if you know which direction he went.
This way.
Anyone at this point can take a can do like an attempt to track Corvus. It's a survival check to like try to track him.
I really got to work out a system where I can like leave breadcrumbs.
Ooh.
Oh man, a nat 20.
Woo.
Wow, bro.
Oh,
On a natural 20.
Whoa, Druid!
Selenar, you reach out, and even though this entire city is like carved out of a cave and like constructed and built, and it's not necessarily, it's natural, but it's definitively sculpted and like made by, you know, ancient dwarves and modified in the time since. There are people who have things like plants and fish and, you know, whatever. They have pets, and there's animal life here. And you notice a trail of like ants that seem to kind of be heading in a direction, and you notice that they have like gone like crazy over like a sweet, and not like a sweet that a adult would have. It's definitely one that like I would appeal to a child. It's brightly colored, probably just sugar, like not something a refined adult palate would go for.
Those Smarties, which I loved as a kid, but they're gross now.
Right. Yeah. So you see this, and like you are very confident, based on where Ozo said the initial thing was, that kid went this way.
Well, this is very interesting. It looks like you may have gone this way.
Yeah. And
Urban Druid.
Yeah.
Right.
And so your group begins following that way, just kind of hoping. And then as you go, I think, Ozo, you have worked with Corvus enough that you are on the lookout for some kind of like mark or sign that he might leave, like on the sides of buildings, or like down low on a corner or something, to give you a little clue when he does this kind of bullshit. So I think you, with a 22 survival, you are able to see those and pick those out as you and Renata are kind of like following along after the initial like this way from Selenar. You begin finding that stuff. Mm-hmm. And so the three of you working together can really lead your little group of 5 in the direction following after Corvus and the child.
You guys are good. Y'all should be a team. I would like to think that the only we don't really have a shared language, Oza and I, Oza being halfling. But for meta purposes and as the Easter egg, I'd like to think that my symbol is some word or letter in Goblin, and I have just taught it to Oza.
You're muted.
Oh, you're muted, Amber.
Yes, just a random word in Goblin that's just like,
It's the letter G.
For Goblin. Wonderful.
Right.
So you are able to come up that way and kind of follow after. Now, Corvus, as you're kind of watching, about 5 or 10 minutes goes by as you're in your little hidey spot. And you see a figure go over and lift up the jar and take the piece of paper, put the jar back down, read the piece of paper, and then he looks around. And while looking around, you see that scarred face of Sulfin Denka. And with a stealth of 28, he does not see you.
I was taking big risk. Big risk.
Yeah. And so you can see that he kind of alters. You can see him kind of like think for a moment, like he's like altering an idea or plan, or trying to come up with one. Like you know the look. And you see him kind of walk away from the stoop and head down a side alley.
Follow.
Yeah. As you follow, you can vaguely hear the sound of many feet kind of approaching from your area. Give me a quick perception check if you'd be so kind.
Oh god, the guards. Did it go through? Oh no!
Yeah, you don't know who they are. They could be pikes, or they could be thugs, or they could be kids on their way to or from a school session. It's hard to know.
Try to shrug it off so I don't lose track of Sulfin, I guess. Watch
Yeah.
it be my friends trying to find me.
Yeah, so you follow after Sulfin. Very good. Okay. So you scamper off
Another
following
mark.
him.
So I have time to make a mark on the alley, I guess? Since
Yeah, I'm assuming this is like what you do. Cool. So you make your way that way, following after Sulfin. Back with the group, you eventually come to this plaza that Corvus was at for a while. Everyone can go ahead and make either a survival or perception check. Now that you all kind of know what you're looking for, you can choose.
20.
Ozo, you definitely spot Corvus's mark with a direction kind of indicating a side alley across the way. So you're able to keep up the chase.
Okay.
Yeah, Renata, there's a music store here, and you immediately see, ooh, that's a new design
Ooh,
on some kind of
I
instrument.
am enamored. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm taking it all in.
Mm-hmm. And soon you realize that you've almost been left by the group as you stopped.
Amazing.
But you come to it just enough to see like Lunine Lunine like throws a rock at you or something and is like, hey. And you're able to what? Chase up after.
All right, coming. But we got to come back here.
As soon as you leave the plaza, you forget where the shop is.
I mean, with the natural one, yeah, that makes sense.
There's like no more shopping. We're done with shopping.
Anyway, continuing on. Tracking this individual. Corvus, I will leave it to you. How far do you want to trail Sulfin? Sulfin does not know you're after him. Actually, let's do a new stealth check for you. You have advantage because he didn't notice you watching him or anything like that. So give me a new stealth check at advantage for your pursuance of him. Sheesh, another 28. Cool. So I will leave it to you, Corvus, indeed, whether or not you want to just follow him until he gets wherever he's going, or if you want to like scout out a place to try to take him out, either by yourself or like scamper ahead and try to find a spot to like set an ambush and hope that your friends show up, or whether you want to like go back to try to find if your friends have been following you or what.
Okay.
Like it's essentially it's how passive do you want to be, how active do you want to be in this moment.
Yeah. I don't want to lose them. I'm not going back to meet my friends. I've been leaving the marks. I'm just trusting that some observational training by Ozo has paid off.
Yeah. You've done a lot of jobs with them, so like your trust in them is as much as you want it to be.
I'm just gonna talk out loud. This is like on the game show, like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, when you're at the final question that's worth like $1 million, and you're like, I just have to talk it out for the next 5 minutes for airtime. So, which, by the way, watching Brendan do that.
Yeah, Brennan was really good on Millionaire.
Brennan, sorry, I said Brendan. Anyway, so I can't let this go. I made a big choice letting him read the note. So he's disrupted. I'm going to assume that by now we're all out of the casino, or at least the casino is a red herring.
Yeah, like you are 45 minutes away from the casino at this plaza.
Yeah, I need to know where he's going, and I can't really let him get away, and I can't really let him get back. Like if he's going to go hide, for instance, I can't really let him hide. So you are
up. I will say you are up on the heart tier still, but you're on a different level now. And it seems like he is making his way towards the spray catch. Like it looks like he's going down levels.
Gotcha. The Calamine is
Yeah, exactly.
Spray catch.
Yes. Exactly.
So I know I can make an educated guess as to his path. Depending on how much Goblin I taught Ozo, I might leave a note behind that.
So Ozo doesn't speak Goblin, so they won't be able to read a note.
I know. I can only keep.
Basically, you have a little symbol that indicates like I went this way, and that's the symbol you have.
I'm gonna try to do a symbol indicating that I'm gonna try to head him off. That's a tall order, I know. I'm gonna try to.
Again, you have taught Ozo one symbol.
Yeah, I'll show the direction.
And it's I went this way. You can't convey anything more that essentially it's Corvus was here. That's all you got.
Yeah. So okay, great. I'll leave a Corvus was here, and if it is directional, then I guess down. I don't know if I can, but anyway, I'll do a Corvus was here. Or maybe I just keep doing it, but I'm gonna try to get ahead of Sulfin.
Okay.
To cut them off before they can get back to the Calamine's Lotion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is all very exciting and terrifying at the same time.
Yeah, you are able to, with that stealth check of a 28, you are able to position yourself ahead of him. And he is sticking to back alleys and places where he feels comfortable and unseen, relying on his belief that he is... he's cut off whatever is pursuing him, and whatever's pursuing him is back at the casino. That's kind of where his mind seems to be, based on the observations you have. Is that your thing? You want to like try to set up an ambush against him?
I'm gonna try to set up an ambush. If it's something I think I can reasonably pull off my own, I might have no choice. But I'm still kind of crossing my fingers that my friends catch me, or at least, yeah. And if I'm maybe taking a shortcut, or if I know where he's going and I can get ahead of him, maybe like just leaving more frequent marks. It won't throw Sulfin off because I'm going out of his path. perhaps.
Go ahead, roll me a just roll me a luck check. Straight D20.
Oh boy.
$16 is good. 16 is good. Yeah, as you kind of stealth ahead of him, you are able to find a little like alley turn where it's like a building at the end and then the alley branches in like a T. And the way he's coming from, one of those alleys is like 10 feet down, is like blocked off with like some building materials and whatever for part of like a renovation project or something in the area. So he can only go this one way after this T intersection. And it's got a place where you could like drop down on him, or you could surprise him from like in front or behind. So you've got a couple options here if this is what you want to do.
Oh god. Yes. Let's see. Let's see if I've got like a net or rope or something in my Yeah, if this is my, I mean, all signs point to this is my one chance, and then maybe if I'm lucky, if friends come for backup if I like botch this. Yeah, I'm gonna try to sneak up and like, I don't know, drop down on him, something non-lethal, knock him out.
Cool. Like I said, there's like an area up here. There's like building materials around. How do you want to like? Are you just gonna like jump on him from above?
Building materials. Is there something I could like push to like sort of block him or distract him? Maybe even push on him if I didn't think it would kill him.
So there's nothing like up high, but there's definitely like building materials that you could like move from this one alley to the other alley. Where it would like impede his progress and might throw him off balance, and he would be like vulnerable in that way. So you could definitely use building materials to like your advantage in this moment. You don't have a lot of time because he's probably a few, like maybe 30 seconds from coming down the straight of the alley.
I'm gonna try to make a quick decision, given that I feel confident I got ahead of him. I'm gonna just throw some of this stuff around to try to like shake up the path, throw him off, whatever, maybe block the way that he would go. Whatever makes sense, to like disorient him a bit.
Yeah, you're able to grab a couple of like heavy like beams. Like you get 2 beams and kind of set them up kind of like cantilever leaning against one of the buildings. So like he'll have to step over the beams kind of like to get around it, which will give you an opportunity to like do something to him.
Okay. Cool. I got a crowbar. I could lie in wait and hit him on the head, or trying to look for what else I might have that could. Ball bearings. I could spread out some ball bearings in the midst of this difficult.
What do you want? What do you want to do?
Let's lay down some ball bearings and underneath all the. So as he's trying to step over, maybe he trips and falls.
All right, so you set about half your ball bearings on a on the
400.
On the other side of the thing. Well, they're tiny little beads. They're not like big things. They're tiny things.
I'm just keeping up with the number. So 400 ball bearings. Got it.
Great, cool. Meanwhile, I guess Ozo, you're kind of leading your group at the moment because you're the one looking for the signs. Go ahead, just make a luck check for me. Straight D20 roll.
But I want to roll it from my thing.
Is he going to the lotion shop? Like, are we going in that direction?
Make an intelligence check.
Ooh, only a 6.
Okay.
Nope.
You're being led through like back alleys and side streets. You have no idea where you are.
Great.
Meanwhile, Corvus. You see, you're perched kind of like up on a like ledge or something, or where are you hiding from?
Yeah, probably above, right? He's gonna be looking down. He's gonna be trying to step over. So if I got a place above that I can be perched and jump down on him,
Yeah, definitely.
I got a crowbar and a set of manacles ready.
Yeah, there's like what was once a window that's been kind of like turned into like an ornate like recessed alcove for like plants or whatever. So you're able to scramble up there and kind of duck down, kind of on this ledge. And with the way that the city is lit, there's not a lot of like extraneous light here, so you're blending in very easily. And indeed, you see Sulfandenka round that corner of the alley, go about 20 feet and see that, and like he looks back and sees that like most of the building materials over there, and he just kind of shakes his head and begins muttering about like fucking construction workers putting their shit everywhere, and begins to climb over the boards, the like fuck, not boards, but the damn it, the word fuck, not boards, like big heavy pylon things that you moved over there. He's crawling over them.
I did that. I'm a scrawny little boy.
I imagine there was dragging involved. And with a natural 1 on his perception check, he does not see the ball bearings. So he steps over these things kind of awkwardly, and his foot hits the ball bearings, and he goes, "Whoa!" Like, he doesn't even get a save. He didn't notice these things at all. And smack, his head hits the hits the wood, and then crack against the floor, and you hear him groaning on the ground below you. He's not quite unconscious, but he's definitely like, "Oh!" What do you do?
Sneak attack.
That is awesome.
Okay, you jump from the ledge, make a sneak attack. What are you using, a crowbar?
No, I feel like... I mean, I was. No, just the back of my dagger. I feel like that's a little too...
okay.
Back of my short sword.
So, pommel of the short sword, go ahead, make an attack roll with advantage, because 1, he's prone, and 2, he's surprised as fuck.
I kind of like... Are you okay, too? No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to knock him out. It's 22 hit?
22 hits. Go ahead, roll damage.
Oh, not much. Oh, but with sneak attack damage, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I just accidentally killed him non-lethally.
You didn't.
I'm just kidding. He's not like a normal person.
You didn't kill him, but you weren't trying to kill him. You were trying to knock him out. And in this scenario, with his surprise and your setup, and he fucking bit it on his perception check to avoid it in any way, shape, or form, and didn't see you, didn't notice anything. You bonk. He is out cold because he was halfway there from the fall, and then you just jumped on him, knocked the wind out of him, and then ponk right on the top of the head, and you have an unconscious Sulfandenka at your feet.
And with that, we're going to take a break. I'm just kidding. Okay, I need to work quickly. I'm going to tie him up. He's unconscious. Hopefully that's easy. I do have a set of manacles. Seems like overkill.
Okay. So you tie him up. Go ahead, make either sleight of hand or dexterity check, whichever you'd prefer.
I'll do sleight of hand. I do need to take maybe part of his clothes off. I already was working on a disguise, I think, but like real clothes, obviously going to help.
Sure.
Yeah, knock him out, take his clothes off. What could go wrong?
Classic.
Natural 20. Yeah, you tie him up real good.
Wow. We'll just pour liquor all over him. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you tie him up real good. You throw your manacles on him, if you are so inclined. With that sleight of hand check, I'm going to say that you find multiple little pouches on his clothing, on his person, and you realize that like this guy's specialty is pickpocketing. Like,
oh, I'm glad I didn't try to reverse pickpocket this dude then.
He is not someone who like carries thief tools or anything like that. You do find a little dagger, but like this guy his specialty is his ability to swipe things. So you find a little set of lockpicks, but not like thieves' tools. Like, he's not trying to like break into places. Like, you find a little hairpin he probably uses to get out of manacles.
Yeah, good point.
Like hidden up, like right on his sleeve, like where the manacle would be. You just happen to see it as you are tying him up, and you tie him up in such a way where he can't move at all.
Okay. I'm glad I rolled a natural 20. I was about to say I would hope that me also being a thief would know maybe a way to tie a thief up.
Yeah, when you
that makes sense.
That's what prompts you to like look for these kinds of things, and you realize that like this guy is like a pickpocket, like that's his jam. So like nimble fingers are his bread and butter. So like you tie the rope like in between his fingers, like not like so he can't do this or he can't do this, but like the ropes are like in between the fingers, so like he can't manipulate them very, very well.
Wow, I should gag him too, I think.
Easy enough to do. This all takes you about 5 minutes or so.
Okay.
But now you have a guy tied up in an alley, and it's the middle of the day. It's a dark kind of back alley, but you don't know.
Yeah, I know.
How long it's going to stay that way.
I'm looking for a place to hide him. There's like construction stuff around, right? But not an active construction crew.
Yeah, it looks like it's like that. You know how like they'll like store stuff in like the alley next to the construction area or like around the corner? It's kind of that vibes on the other side.
Does it look like there's like something I could like hide him behind some stuff and move so he's not totally seen?
Yeah, like there's a pallet of like masonry blocks over there that you could like wedge him between a couple of those.
Okay, I'm gonna drag him around. I also, if I've got the time, if I've successfully hidden him, maybe if I'm still holding out hope that my friends find me. I'm on out in the main, right? Because we turned down an alley on the main street. Maybe make another mark somewhere so that those may know to look like turn down this way. If it wasn't obvious from all the debris, but
yeah.
I find? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so you get him over there, you hide him, you make a mark like on the opposite end so that if Ozo and company like go too far, they'll know to turn back. Yeah, all totally doable. And you get Sulfin down there, and you get him hidden, and about another 5 minutes goes by after you hide him, and there's no sign of your friends. Meanwhile, we're going to go back to our friends here. Mm-hmm. As you are like going between these alleys, Ozo, you see a place where like you need to cross this main thoroughfare. And as you take one step out of the alley, you see a group of pikes coming down the street in like full kind of phalanx phalanx kind of vibes. They don't seem to be like pursuing anyone, but they are being like, make way, make way. And as they pass you, you see this group of individuals in like brown and white robes and like just brown and white like vests and pants and clothes and, you know, this kind of the color scheme. And they are carrying like little wooden signs that have like paint cheaply scrawled on them that's like no gods, no problems, down with deities, and just kind of like marching down this little thing and like this little like protest. And it seems they have this like escort of pikes with them. And you get laid up for about 15 minutes as this anti-gods movement protest / march / parade is just walking down the street and kind of blocks your forward progress for a while.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah. But you're able to like re-pick up the trail. Corvus, about 20 minutes goes by, and you hear the sound of feet coming down that alleyway that led to this whole thing.
Oh boy. Is there somewhere I can still hide?
Yeah. You can hide. You can make a perception check too if you want to like try to like sneak away. You can make a stealth check and a perception check. Like it's however you want to do it.
I would like to perceptify if I can get a jump on what's coming, and then I might have to just hide.
Yeah.
Barring that. Jesus Christ.
You hear a group of feet heading your way.
I gotta hide. I gotta hope that I've hidden the body well enough, and I gotta hide.
Uh-huh.
Ugh, not my best work.
All right, yeah. It's a very last minute notice. Like, you weren't quite sure what to do. You waited here for it's been like a half hour since you hid this body now. And you don't know if you should like go back for your friends, but leaving this guy alone is dangerous because he could wake up and someone else could find him. It's all kinds of crazy. And so you kind of like back against the wall as you see a group of 5 people turn, head that way, and you recognize your friends heading in the direction of the trap you set for Sulfin down the other alley.
Do I have like a whistle maybe that I've taught Ozo?
I mean, you see your friends going. How? Yeah.
I'll just let out a little something like that. Little.
I think I taught Corvus a bird call.
Sure.
Yeah, I like that.
Sure. Yeah. You all turn and you see Corvus kind of standing there waving.
I'm so glad you found me. I've got Sulfin tied up here. I think it's time to move.
Oh, okay. Should we bring him?
Haven't really got that far yet. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm gonna put on his clothing. Did I find a key, by the way, DM?
Yeah, you had plenty of time to search him. You found like his little little lockpick set, which is different than thieves' tools. You found he had a dagger hidden on him, as well as 3 coin purses that was filled with a total of 27 gold, 6 silver, and 13 copper. And a small, elegant little key that seemed to be in a hidden pocket on his coat.
Okay, I'm gonna say I've got the keys. I'm gonna go in. I think I'm gonna leave the door unlocked so that you can come after me.
How far is this place away?
It's Calamine's Lotions. So it's on the Spay Catch. Did I say that right?
In the lotion shop.
In
Been
the
there
lotion
twice, didn't
shop.
see
I
anything.
know. That's why I sent you there, but I didn't think it would be so obvious, so don't feel bad. I don't know what I'm going to find when I get in there. I'd say when I go in, you don't follow me immediately. If you see anyone else come in, make good choices.
I mean, it's a busy shop. There's always been other people in there. When Andra and I've been in there twice.
I'm gonna like give them a little a bullet point description of the like main people that we were hunting. It's middle of the day. I'm hoping that this is my opportunity to get in without being noticed. Someone came on to us. That's not what I meant. Someone made us and dropped a note for Sulfin that there was heat at the casino. You're not there anymore, which is good. Sulfin was on his way to Calamine's Lotion to hide, so I at least have whatever the last thing in his mind was. I'm going to use that information to get in. I might even try, if I find anyone in there, to try to throw them off the trail and send them to the casino. So definitely don't wait there. What else?
Yeah, Sulfin still has that slip of paper, so you can keep that.
You should take it.
Yeah, I'll take the paper. That's a good idea. He's gonna be conscious soon. It's been half an hour. I don't really know what to do with the body. Can I have you figure that out while I go into Calamine's? I'm gonna look at Oza.
Wasting time.
All right, then I'm gonna go.
Selenor's been to Calamine's before, so maybe Selenor could be nondescript there.
True.
And Andra.
Do you know a good another place you could watch the front door or something, just to see? Renato, what?
It's sketchy. Selenar could just go in, go shopping.
It's true.
It's not my kind of place, but I have been in there twice already. Bookshop next door is good,
What
though.
is this place?
It is a lotion shop. I don't exactly know where the door is inside, but I'm
Lotion
gonna
and perfume.
try to make something up
beauty
when I
I
go
product.
like
in.
perfume. I'll come.
It's a Bed
I
Bath
like-
and Beyond.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Bath and Body Works.
I like smells.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
All right, I'll go smell stuff.
I just realized a bit of a foil in my plan. I don't exactly know where the secret door is inside the lotion shop. So I'm going to go in, ask Sulfin, and try to figure that out. And we'll see what happens.
Okay.
I lay
And-
out to him, because I've been in there twice and looked around, just like, you go in, there's 3 aisles, there's a counter to your left, there's whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you give him a
General
rundown on the
layout of
layout.
what it-
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
glad I sent you there.
What's the signal if you're in danger?
I'm going to probably be inside, so I'm not really sure how to give a signal. I've got one of the
If you're in
seats.
danger, just run outside.
Or scream really loud. We'll be listening.
Ooh, ooh, ooh,
I'll
ooh.
do one of my bird calls, maybe. If you see anyone suspicious come in, I'm probably going to be in danger. But make good choices.
That shop does have a particular kind of clientele. It will be fairly straightforward to pick out anyone that doesn't belong, I think.
Or, before I leave, we have an option too. We wait for this guy to come to and we interrogate him about how to get into the secret door and all of that stuff, assuming he talks. He probably won't.
I mean, I could wake him up.
I think you should try to get in and out before he wakes up.
Yeah, waiting for him to wake up
Which-
will take forever.
You are having
Let's
this
go.
discussion in an alleyway, by the way.
All right, let's go. And break.
Who's staying with the unconscious dude?
Figure it
I
out.
guess I can babysit him.
He is hidden, right? You could always make a distraction in case someone comes this way.
He's hidden, he's tied up, he can't move, he's gagged.
He's also
I think we just leave
naked.
him.
He's
And-
not completely naked. I just took a few outer layers.
And he did not see who attacked him either.
That's true. You could be the
Renata could be the hero.
you could be the hero.
Wakes
that
up.
saved him.
Who will immediately ask me to untie his bonds. And what am I going to say? No.
Knock
we
him out
should
again.
We
I don't
should
know,
leave
you'll
him
figure
where
something
he is
out.
behind the box.
Corvus is understandably one-track mind right now, so he's on his way
Just
to
leave him. Just leave him. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so Corvus
Gag
leaves.
him and leave him.
Selenar leaves.
Selenar.
Oza.
Renata is staying with Selfin, along with Andra and Lenine, and Ozo follows after Corvus as well.
Go ahead.
What do you need?
I was just going to say, I obviously needed a moment to get into costume, as it were. So I don't know if that's tucking in another alley or...
Yeah, you make your way down. Yeah, you make your way down towards the area of the spray catch where Calamine's Lotions is, which, indeed, Corvus, you know you need to, like, get into character. So, you go ahead. Give me either a perception or investigation to find a spot to do so.
I'm surprised he didn't just.
And you can have advantage with your friends. So 17. Yeah.
Okay.
You find a spot. It's a little like, you know how sometimes like doors are like 5 feet into a building. It's like one of those. On an alley, kind of about a block away from Calamine's.
Okay, I'm in character.
So like,
sorry, I look for a place to get into character.
yeah, you look for a place. You find this little like recessed, like 5-foot alcove. You've got Ozo and Ozo and Selenar with you.
Yep.
All right, and so I put on the costume. work on a little like makeup and stuff. Get the scar going. I'm hiding right while I'm doing this. I'm assuming.
Well, you tell me, like, how, like, you're hidden from like general view, but you've got two friends with you. Like, what are you doing with them? What are they doing while you're getting the costume?
I'm gonna just say, hey, keep watch, turn your back.
Oh yeah, we'll stay far away.
I get nervous when I get into costume. Okay.
Okay.
And then, I'm gonna put on my best self and Denkin disguise.
Yeah, you put on like his vest and kind of make your clothes look like something like he would wear, and you, for all intents and purposes, become Self and Denka. When you emerge and walk past Ozo and Nod, Ozo, you are amazed. Like, you know that Corvus has skills, but you have never seen this kind of like makeup skill before. He looks exactly like Sulfin, down to like the little bit of like paunch belly and the scar, and like somehow he like changed the shape of his eyes with his makeup. Like, it's wild.
Whoa.
But he is
Chef's kiss.
he is a clone of the individual, for lack of a better term.
Wow.
And you watch as Corvus Sulfin heads over across the way and into the shop Calamine's Lotions. And Corvus, you enter, and that's where we're going to take a break. So
There we go.
we're going to take a quick...
I feel like I'm moving so fast because I'm trying not to think too much and just make decisions. But
I approve.
I'm so scared.
It's great.
I'm
No, it's
You're
good.
on the fly,
This is
dude.
what we
Love it.
should
doing
be
this for
doing.
you, Jared. Doing
No,
this for you.
this is perfect. I'm loving it. Wonderful, great job. Thank you, Tacos and Mashu, for being here. Thank you, I've got it. We will be back after this short 5-minute rest, so we will see you in a moment. Hello, everyone. We are back. Thanks for sticking with us as we took a little short rest there. Much appreciated. Yeah, we're gonna dive right back into it. Corvus, you have just entered the shop of Calamine's Lotions. Once inside, you are greeted, or you enter for the first time, and what you see is a very typical kind of apothecary. There's like hanging herbs and plants. It's very floral and like incensey in here. There are, bottles and jars on shelves kind of behind the service counter. Looks like little jars of pomades and vials of who knows what. And then the shop continues like farther back, which is probably like where like the kitchen or the brewing facilities are and whatnot. But as you enter, ding, ding, there's another person in here having a discussion with a human woman who's very elegantly dressed behind the bar. And she looks up at you and kind of arches an eyebrow. She says, one moment. Pardon me, madam. And she like goes over to you, Sylphan. I won't be but a moment. It's unusual to see you at this time of day. Normally your deliveries come a little bit later.
Yes, in Sulfan's voice, right, which I've...
Yeah, you've mastered his cadence and all that stuff. Yeah.
I'll say, yes, I received a bit of disturbing news today, perhaps something that's just sort of thrown me off my normal routine. So I just circled back. I decided I'd make the delivery early, take a moment, a little breather, collect my thoughts here. Sorry.
You do look a little... Go ahead, make a deception check with advantage.
Nice.
You do look a little peaked, dear. Perhaps you should sit down in the back for a moment.
Yes, thank you. Good idea.
Of course. And she like grabs you and kind of leads you and kind of turns back to them. Won't be but a moment, Mrs. Canton. I'll just get this fine gentleman settled up. You don't want anyone catching a fever or anything. May the gods forfend, right? And she goes, and you hear, "Oh, that's fine. I'll be here just waiting for my anti-aging cream." And this woman brings you to the back. And once she kind of like settles you down, she looks and she's like, "It's very inconsiderate to show up during business hours, Sylphan. It'd be appreciated if you took better care of things."
I know. I understand. This is unusual. I just had a bit of a frazzled bit of news is all, and I didn't know where else to go just to have a sit. I'm sorry.
You didn't know where else to go? How bad could it be?
I don't know. I call it a waking from the wrong side of the bed. I don't know. But here I am. I found myself walking through the front door before I realized what I had done, and I just had to go with it. It would have looked even stranger had I suddenly walked up.
How you made lieutenant when you do shit like this is beyond my understanding. Now, get yourself together and get out of here. And she looks over towards the fireplace and then leaves the room. And you can hear, "So sorry, Mrs. Cundrin. Let's get you looking 20 years younger by tomorrow, huh?" And you can hear her putting on a big show out front.
I'm gonna go check out this fireplace.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Oh no. Holy shit.
A natural 20 has never been more needed by you.
Oh my
This is
god,
your
yes.
night, dude. This is your night.
Yeah, you cannot roll bad.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
On a natural 20 investigation,
Oh my god.
you find a lever up inside the flue of the fireplace because you look on the ground first and you see marks that makes it look like the cauldron in the fireplace like has scraped across the floor and then kind of slid back a bunch. So you look around for this device and you find this lever up in the top of the flue. It looks like you just need to stick your hand in there and you can pull it.
Before going in, can I make my goblin symbol with an up arrow? And then I'll pull it. Just in case. Is there something like soot or something I could just sort of scribble into?
Yeah, sure. There's soot
I'm
there.
making big assumptions that nobody else speaks goblin, or at least they don't care what the letter G means.
Yeah, on a natural 20, there's some soot on the thing.
Okay. And then I pull it.
Yeah, you pull, and you hear a slight click. And then, silently, the entire bottom of the fireplace, with the cauldron on it and everything, swings out into the room, following those scratch marks. And there's a little, like, across the floor, because it's stone, like all the floors here. And what is left open is a small hole in the ground with a ladder in it that descends down into the past the like carved stone of the floor into the solid rock.
It's pretty impressive. I'm sure to write that down real quick. Sorry, I'm still like...
Yeah. So it looks like you found a ladder that goes down.
Down I go.
All right.
There.
As you go...
Is the thing closed?
As you go down, about halfway, when you're about halfway down, you hear shh, and the light goes out as you realize the top has reset. So there is no light down here except for a light about 20 feet below you.
Down I go.
You climb down and you hit the bottom and you are in a cave system, or what looks to be a carved out cave. It's not very large. It's maybe like 6 feet tall and 3 feet wide. It's very, very narrow. Knowing that Brunt is a very large dragonborn, you can't imagine he fits through here super easily. And dressed up as Sulfin, it's still kind of a bit of a narrow squeeze, at least side to side. But you walk following down. There's a single little lantern here that's putting out a tiny little glow, like a 5-foot bright area, and then like a little dim area. And you walk past it, kind of in the only direction you can go. And after about 20 feet, you come to 2 little alcoves. And you hear the drawing of bowstrings. And you hear, "What's the price?" from the shadows.
I know the answer to this. But for some reason in my addled state right now, I don't know the answer to this.
I believe
Corvus,
in you, man.
Corvus answers as any good upstanding member of these guild would.
You know the answer is wherever it needs to be.
Where it never needs to be. Yes, thank you. Sorry, I did just find that.
Yeah, wherever it needs to be. And then you hear a relaxing on the drawstrings and nothing else from the shadows.
I keep going?
Yeah. So going down and about a curve later, you see bright light coming from the end of this hallway. And what you see as you enter this bright area can only be described as like a tavern, but like buried in the rock. Like it's like a secret building has been constructed under here. It is bright and a little bit smoky, as there is a massive chimney and hearth on the far side. But there's like a little area with like 3 tables where a couple people are sitting. Not many people are here though at the moment. But there's like a bunch of small tables right as you enter, and a big massive table over near the hearth. There's a piano on one side. There's like a full bar on the other. And then stairs that seem to go up to a little maybe apartment or something on one side of the building. There's not many people here at the moment. There's a couple like humans and a halfling here. But the individual that is interesting is at that very large table eating from like a giant like poultry bird of some kind. There is a little halfling man who is wearing a green cloak, like hood down, very finely made, very like trim, fit looking individual, even though he is like housing some of this like poultry here, this bird. He looks up as you enter and raises an eyebrow and says, "Sulfin, what are you doing here?"
This description matches Darren's, yes?
Yeah. It can only be Darren Dandyfoot.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, like beady little deep set eyes, kind of brown curly hair.
I had a bit of a strange morning. That some troubling news that threw me off. I'm just.
What kind of troubling news?
I don't know. I don't know what to make of it.
Well, what happened? Come have a bite and tell me all about it.
Well, I don't want to make a thing about nothing. It could be nothing. Do you want to speak here? I can wait till you finish. We can go have a chat in your office. I'm in no rush. I'm just laying low for a bit.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okie dokie. Ooh, okay.
18. Well, right, but if there's something that could threaten our organization, I want to know about it.
I'm sure it's nothing. You know, someone being jumpy. But caution.
He gets up and walks over to you. Selfin, given our predicament, and he eyes you very meaningfully, it would be good to know any disruptions that could threaten our organization.
Do you want to do this here?
Depends on what it is.
Let's talk in your office. Is that okay?
Fine. Yes. And he says, "Fine, to the office." And he leads you up the stairs into the little room/office that he occupies. As you go up, you see, like, again, there's not many people here. But when you get into that office, it seems like the first part is an office, and then there's another doorway that leads to a little like bedroom beyond, or you assume the door is closed. But you close the door after you, and he sits down at this little desk. It's not very large because you are like underground, space is a premium here. It's more sized for Darren than it is for you. But you see him sit in his little office, little desk area, and he's like, "All right, out with it, Corvus, or out with it, Sylvan. What happened here?" Sorry, I was reading your nameplate.
The gig is up. Hoo-hoo!
Oh yeah, and Corvus, you would know. No one's going to hear you make any bird call noises.
I'm in deep now, baby.
I
don't know what I've done.
Yeah. So he sits down very comfortably. He's like, "Now, what's with all the theatrics? Hey, come on. What's going on?"
It's probably nothing. Someone left me a note today. The kids, I imagine.
What's the note?
Someone thinks there's some heat at the casino.
You got
so
it?
I didn't go. I got what?
The note.
Yes, I've got the note here.
He looks at it.
Listen,
I told you how having a gambling habit was a bad idea for someone in your line of work.
I didn't go today. As soon as I saw the note, I made my way back here. The sneaky fast.
Well, lucky for you, I always have eyes there.
Good. But just to be safe, I thought maybe today's the day to shake up the routine.
Obviously, yeah.
I got scolded on my way in to the shop, of course, and I'm sorry about that. I wasn't thinking.
Well, Calamine knows her business, so...
I know, she had a customer too. I tried to make it seem like I was ill or something, but...
I'm sure it was fine. I know deception's not your strong suit anyway. It's those nimble fingers that I pay you so much for.
Yes, I know, and I'm sorry, I'm not...
Any indication on whether this heat is local or visitor?
I really have no idea. It could be local, I don't know. Sometimes they have good nights. Maybe there's a jealous player thinking they can make something off me when I leave the casino. Who knows?
Well, if there's some independent operative in the city, that's going to be a problem.
I know.
However, if it's some nosy nudgenik from Cash trying to get something figured out or whatever, that's another problem.
I couldn't say. I didn't go. But
It is too early for us to take full action. I need a couple more months before we're set up.
I know. How would he know, though? How would it... It's probably something local. I don't know. I haven't seen anyone unusual in town. I've been careful.
Only the 6 of us know about this. You 5 and me. That's it. All the rest of the muckety-mucks in the guild, they're all... Most of them won't care if we broke out on our own anyway, but some of them could cause a bit of a problem.
Yes, this is why I'm sure it's nothing that I was playing it safe. So,
well,
anyway,
one of the smarter decisions you've made.
Okay, I deserve that probably. Listen, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your lunch. I'm just gonna have a sit, have a think. I'll get back out there and go about. It's better to act
Look,
from here on out.
Sit here a moment, get your shit together, and then join me for the rest of the meal, all right?
I mean, sure. Yes, I haven't eaten today, but
Well, we can't have you exiting right now.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm just being dramatic, but I'll take a moment and I'll join you outside. Yeah, don't finish the bird.
So, Sylphin, you're safe here. We got you. We look out for our own. All right?
Thank you, Darren.
Of course. That's why I'm in charge. Now, breathe in, get your shit together, and in 5 minutes, I want you out there.
Okay. thank you. I'll be right out.
All right. And he exits and leaves, and you can hear him going and says, he's all right, just a bit of indigestion or something. He'll be down in a few minutes. It'll be great.
Corvus takes this moment to scream internally as loud as he can.
Corvus, you are alone in Darren's office, and he told you, basically, you have 5 minutes.
I got 5 minutes to find that ledger.
Did it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Just turned in The Price is Right.
Make an investigation check.
It is not my strong suit. Can I do this in 5 minutes? Oh.
What's feeling?
No.
With a 4, you check all the immediate places. You check all the drawers. You check under the desk. You check everything on that desk. It takes you 5 minutes just to check the desk. You don't get a chance to do anything beyond eye scan the shelves. You don't see the ledger you need. Not in these 5 minutes. But you spend enough time looking that you can't find it on this quick. You know, there's pressure. It's your first time here. You're not quite sure exactly what you're looking for. But you know that 5 minutes has passed.
Okay. Maybe I have something to go off of already. I know I don't have the ledger. I blew my chance. I can't add any more suspicion to this. I gotta get out. So I'm gonna go back and join. Can I make a perception check as I leave to see if I get a spot of like a flash of genius? I need to get out, but
yeah. As you leave, you do one last look over your shoulder. Go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm asking a lot. I know.
With a 17, you're pretty confident it wasn't in the desk. So you were able to kind of rule that out. But the shelves have a lot of stuff on them, and some of them are unmarked. So like you'd have to rifle through them. It's possible there's a hidey nook somewhere. You think you might see something that could open a spot, but you're kind of out of time.
Could I? This may be another big ask. Could I maybe roll another luck check to just like thumb a book or something and see? I mean, I know it's like a 1 in a million chance just to see if it's the right one.
If you roll a natural 20, something positive will occur.
Okay. Otherwise, I gotta cut my losses. Damn it. Okay.
With a 15. Nothing bad happens as you just like pull on a book and push it back. Nothing happens.
All right, I gotta go back down. I shot my shot.
Yeah.
As Eminem says, you only get one chance.
Yeah. So you go down and kind of like join Darren. Darren looks across the table at you. You all right? You got your shit together. You seem a little... I don't know.
I'm good. I'm good. I just, I've never... It was just a strange thing to find this morning, so I'm good. Yeah, I know we're okay. Some local punk probably saw me win the other night and got jealous. Someone's looking out for me. We've got all the usual things in place. It's fine. I don't know why I panicked. I'm sorry.
He kind of nods and looks over at you, and he's like, mm-hmm. And he kind of eyes you up and down a little bit. But kind of like shrugs his shoulders. Well, I suppose anything's possible. As long as you're not going to keel over on me, I suppose that's all well and good.
I'm not keeling over. In fact, I'm feeling pretty useless. And maybe I should get back out there and get back to work. Keep it normal.
Well, you're welcome to stay as long as you want. I've about finished up. Help yourself to whatever leavings. I'm gonna go have a few other discussions, and he indicates the table that's got a couple people sitting at it, and he makes his way over there.
Do I recognize any of the people over there?
You do not.
Okay. Thinking out loud, Matt the player. I think I gotta get out of here before my luck has run out. I think I gotta cut my losses and get out of here.
Darren does not seem to be on to you in any way, shape, or form.
Okay. I can't go back in his office though.
You don't know.
Carry the chicken to the office. Pardon me while I gnaw this chicken in private.
Why don't I eat a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Try to be calm and normal. We'll see if Darren... I'll give it a few minutes to see if Darren leaves after this meeting.
He doesn't. It seems like this meeting's going to... Make an insight check.
Okay, fair enough. Jesus Christ. My luck has run out.
Darren doesn't seem to be, like, leaving. He seems like in this meeting, and it seems like they're talking about all kinds of, like, details and whatever. These two have, like, stacks of papers that they're going through with Darren.
Okay, this is not one of the lieutenants. This is
it's just a couple of guys.
Yeah, he's not going to discuss anything private, sensitive.
Yeah, you know all the individuals who are in the conspiracy with Darren, and he kind of just confirmed it to you anyway. So, yeah.
I don't think I could get back into that office without being seen or drawing more questions.
I mean, you can always try a stealth check.
Where is the office? Is it in line of sight of Darren's whatever?
So the office is up the stairs.
Yeah. But like, if I got up and went up the stairs, does he have his back turned to me, or is he facing that direction?
Well, he's sitting at a table, so like he's not looking directly at the stairs at the moment.
Okay.
It's kind of like in his periphery, but it's not like in the middle of his view.
I got an idea. Stealth check, try to get back in there. If he catches me, questions me, I drop something while I was in his office.
Sure.
Again, not some of my best work.
Okay. With a 16, you walk quietly up the stairs, and Darren doesn't say anything.
Okay, I've got one more shot at the bookshelf. And I gotta make this fast. So I think this needs to be like... Yeah, whatever roll I gotta make, this is my last chance at redemption.
Yeah. So, if you do a quick perception check, you may find something of use. If you do an investigation check, the better you do, the more likely you are to find something.
Perception is my better skill check, but only by 2 points. I did a perception check on the way out. I'm going to do an investigation check now. It's only fair.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Mike's Law.
With a 21, you rifle through a few of these books. You kind of do that feel thing. And you don't find anything on the shelves. What you find is actually under the shelves. There's a wooden panel on part of the wall that is not the rock side of this building. And this panel is 90 degrees to the rest of it, and it's only like a 2-inch panel. So you realize that you can push it in and rotate it to make the grains match. It's like one of those puzzle boxes. Yeah. So you give it a little push and rotate, and upon its release, you hear a little click, and a side of the desk opens up, and there's a little like folder that pops out of the side of the desk panel.
Okay, I'm gonna look through it. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I know it's suspicious.
There are two things in there. One is a ledger book in red. The other is a ledger book in black. Like black cover, red cover.
Do I know what color Cassius ledger book is?
Cassius is black.
Is it safe to assume that red is not usual?
Make it. It's it's hard to know. You only are aware of caches. You've never actually like looked through it before. Go ahead, make just a straight intelligence check as you look at these two. Do you have a proficiency with any kind of like forgery kit or anything like that?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't. It does not appear that I do.
Okay.
Although that would have been nice. I think no. I think the answer is no.
Okay, great. So yeah, go ahead.
Although,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in session 0 we did a similar thing. Oh no, the forgery was already made, and I just had to swap it. Never mind. Straight intelligence. It's just a D20. I don't have a modifier.
Yeah. 14. Okay. With a 14, you are able to deduce, based on the amounts taken in and through the numbers columns, that the red ledger is the real ledger and the black is the phony. Meaning that the numbers in the black are not adding up to the same as the numbers in the red. The ones in the black are lesser. While the red ledger, you can see that higher quantities of money is coming in, and then portions of it are being tracked in different places.
So the ledger holds the proof. That is what I was told.
Mm-hmm. You get a feeling that the red ledger is the one that you need to walk out of here with.
Okay. I'm gonna pocket the red ledger. Is there a place I can hide it in my paunch, maybe, in my disguise?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna come out of there also stealthily.
Cool. Go ahead, as you hide this on yourself, just make a sleight of hand check. Ho 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 ho! On a natural 20, you do that cartoon thing where you just like put it behind your back and it's gone.
Yeah, to replace it with a rock of equal size and weight.
You find another like book here that seemed to be just like hidden away, gathering dust behind like an armoire or something, and you put it in there so it at least looks like the ledger is still in there from a casual glance, and you close up the wooden folder pop out on the paneling of the thing, and you see that once you do that, the little button on the wall automatically like resets to its position.
If possible, I would like to very naturally, casually get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Make either a stealth or deception check as you exit, depending on which way you want to go. Like, do you want to do it unseen, or do you want to be like, no big deal if he sees me coming out?
Good question. I'll try to do it unseen and then have a backup plan. Quick question though: as a member of the Thieves Guild and Caches, this may not matter. I don't need to drop off my take for the day yet, right? That would be weird. I just can wait like.
It's usually an end of the day thing, and it's
okay.
And it's barely past midday.
That's what I thought. Oh my god. Hallelujah.
Yeah, you stealth right on down and are back at your table. And Darren seems none the wiser.
Okay, I'll finish a bite or two more of food. It's been a few minutes. I bought some time up there, and I need to make it look like I've eaten, perhaps, if there's some food he left me, and then I need to leave.
Sure.
Are you just going to take a single bite or something?
I'm just gonna take the biggest bite I can.
Yeah, like there's some bits of bird left that you can pick from and whatever.
He might not even notice, but okay. And then I'm gonna walk out like I told him I was going back to work, so I'm going back to work.
All right. Yeah, you leave, and nobody stops you from leaving.
Great. When I exit Calamine's lotions.
So you're heading back towards the exit here. Meanwhile, Ozo and Selenar, an hour has gone by, and there is no sign or sound from Corvus. You saw a woman leave Calamine's lotions. You saw a man and a woman enter, and you saw them leave. But no sign of Corvus. And you see a group of 3 women about to enter Calamine's lotions.
Ozo's going to trust.
Okay.
Yeah.
Selenar is slightly concerned, more so with each passing moment, but Ozo has been working with Corvus many years, and if she is not worried, Selenar is just chilling. Go get a coffee.
All right. So you two continue to watch.
Yeah, nothing dramatic has happened, so I think everything's fine.
It's just been quite a time.
We might shoot the breeze a little bit about he must be having some success in there. Saw something I didn't see.
Well, there's lots of nice smells.
They did mention a back room, but doesn't every shop have a back room? So I don't think that's unusual.
Well, maybe he was looking for something that they had to find in back.
Hopefully we'll find out when he comes out.
You know, his skin sometimes gets a little weird.
How
So
long do we want to
maybe
wait?
he's
I
getting
assume if
something really nice that they're, giving him a whole new routine.
My skin gets weird. This is now canon. Sometimes Corvus gets really dry.
Sometimes Corvus gets really sad and disappears, and then also his skin gets really dry. I'm like creating the best character for you.
Corvus is the first case of eczema on all of New
That's right.
Nuuli
At least
Forged,
you're here for this one. Last time you were just absent, and I was like, yeah, he just gets depressed sometimes. He gets sad.
I mean, that's actually pretty accurate.
So back in the tunnels, Corvus, you are making your way out, and you pass those little dual alcoves, which there's no sound, no challenge this time as you make your way back up towards the tunnel that crawls out, and you begin climbing the ladder. You get to the top of the ladder, and the lid, the cover, is still there. Make a perception check.
I didn't think about getting out, did I? Oh, no.
It's okay. A 10's enough. you see a little slit of light, which you figure out is a little space, the gap between the actual like bottom of the fire pit and the floor. It's that part that like you can see right through it. It's like that much. But you can see that there's no one standing in front of the fireplace.
Time to get out.
Yeah. And you kind of feel around for a way to get out. And over on your left, you feel like a rock ledge that's kind of jutting out, like just a rock. And you pull on the rock, and the rock and the top slides over the stone, a little scraping noise.
Once I'm out, does it close, or do I need to like...
After about 30 to 60 seconds, it does swing closed automatically on its own.
Okay. I'm going to try to just go out without saying a word, without anything, if there's customers, whatever. Is there... I might try to be sneaky, just to... And I'm not like, you know, doing the Pink Panther. I'm just trying to like go out so I know that I won't get in front of Calamine and customers.
Yeah, go ahead. Make a perception check for me.
I made so many rolls tonight.
18. Okay. You definitely hear Calamine talking to, it sounds like, a couple of women out front. And like you could try playing it off like, oh, you had delivery, but you're not sure how long those people have been there either. But
and I know I've been there a while, right?
Yeah, you know, like it's been almost a little over an hour between like finding the place, getting down there, traveling through your various deceptions. So it's been about an hour. However, this is when you notice that there is a set of stairs that go up back here in this room as well.
So there might be a back exit? Is that what we're saying?
There's at least stairs that go up.
Doesn't hurt to poke my head up there, I guess. If there's a window I can climb out of, that's a thing.
Yeah, you head up the little stairs. And again, all the ceilings are only 8 feet tall, so it's not like a huge flight of stairs. You head on up, and you find yourself up on the second floor landing, which is narrow and a hallway. And it seems like there's 2 doors, and then there's a big window on either side of the hallway. One towards the front of the shop, and one towards the back of the shop.
Back of the shop.
Okay. Yeah, you head over there. The window is there. It's locked from the inside.
Unlock?
Yeah, you just...
It'd be easy to do from the inside, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little flip of a latch. And you can open it, and it looks like the back of Calamine's lotions just is an alleyway, and there's a building about 10 feet away on the other side.
Does the coast look clear?
Make a quick perception check as you poke your head out that window.
15.
15? There doesn't seem to be anybody paying too much mind. Yeah. You don't see anybody like hanging out in the back alley.
It's not the main thoroughfare. So I think get down. Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Let me shimmy down if there seems to be a safe way to...
Yeah, it's definitely
like jump out.
It's definitely like a jump or a drop, yeah. There's no like drain pipe because there's no sky to catch rainfall from.
Fair enough.
So
have I ever made a drop like this before? I actually don't know. What would that be?
So go ahead, make an acrobatics check. It's a DC 12 to not take any damage. Yeah, a 21. You drop, you roll into a standing position, no damage, and you are outside in the alley. open window behind you, the only thing to mark your passing.
Good point.
But as far as anyone looking knows, Sulfin Denka came out the back window.
Sulfin Denka will meander his way, maybe kind of a long ways around, if it doesn't take too much time. But I want to get back to the front to see if my friends are still watching and give them a signal that I've made my way out.
Cool. Are you remaining Sulfin? Or are you going to remove your disguise?
I think I'll remove, if there's a place that I can like definitely safely remove my disguise. I had 2 people watching my back last time, so if there's a place that looks safe enough, I'll do it. If not, I might still walk out as Sulfin because they know I went in as that, and then remove my disguise. But I prefer to remove it now. Is there a dark alley?
Yeah, like the alleys aren't particularly well lit, which is useful for this particular guild, as at least an escape hatch, if nothing else.
Okay. I'll duck in under somewhere. And
yeah, just go ahead. Give me a quick either perception or investigation.
I'm gonna have to go with perception, Alex.
Okay. Hey, natural 20. Yeah, you see. It looks like there's you find a spot where like no one will see you as you
I'm sorry,
swap your outfits.
Watch me struggle through these roles.
I love it.
Yeah, the struggle's real.
Yeah. So you find a place. You are able to do a little quick change, and you are back to Corvus with a bit of Sulfin Denka's clothing and a very valuable to you ledger.
Gotta find my friends. Gotta talk about what we do with real Sulfin. Gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So you head off to find Ozo and Selenar. Meanwhile,
do we see him emerge from the alley?
Who's to say? Meanwhile,
Do I go?
Renata.
Uh-oh.
Meanwhile, Renata, you, Andra, and Lunine are kind of just hanging out with this unconscious body. Your friends left about 10 minutes ago. And the body, the Sulfin Denka guy, is like just lying there. And another 10 minutes go by. Are you doing anything? Are you just kind of leaving him there? What are you up to?
So he's just lying there.
Yeah, he's all trussed up.
He's okay.
He's not getting out.
Good. And he's just breathing like there's this no signs that he's going to wake up or anything.
You can make a medicine check.
Let's do that.
$15. He's got a pretty good couple of conks on the head. There's like a bruise at his temple. He's probably going to be out for a couple hours.
Okay. And in terms of my surroundings, no one has passed through.
No, but he is tucked in like some building materials. So if somebody comes looking for these building materials or to get some of them, he's going to be very obvious, as are you and your friends, standing over this tied up individual.
I'm sorry, guys. I really was just like, y'all figure it out, YOLO.
In the words of Amber / Ozo, I'm just gonna trust the process. If nothing bad is happening, then I will not do anything to change that.
Okay. So go ahead, roll a d20 for me.
Oh, you thought it was just a Corvus show tonight. No, it wasn't. You gotta
do you want Matt to roll the d20?
No, I want Renata to roll the d20.
She's been Doing so
You got
well.
a photo friend.
Okay, 14.
Okay. Yeah, another hour goes by and nobody comes around, which is good for you all.
Very good.
Go ahead, roll another d20.
$15.
All right. So another hour goes by. Nobody comes down the alleys. The three of you are getting pretty bored, but you see the form of Sulfin begin to shift and stir as though he is coming to consciousness.
Oh, fuck. All right. All right. I'm gonna tell everyone to cover their faces. To watch, any entrances into this area. And the moment that this guy opens his eyes and wakes up, I'm gonna knock him out again. Well, not again, but just knock him out.
Okay. He begins to stir. How are you knocking him out?
With a fist.
Okay. Go ahead, make an unarmed attack at advantage.
Unarmed attack. So this 17.
I think it's a 9 because it looks like you rolled a 7 and then a 9.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed the first one there.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
No worries. So you punch him, and his eyes dart open, and his eyes go wide, and he sees your face. And you see, your punch essentially shook him the rest of the way awake.
Okay, but I said my face was covered.
You said your friends covered their faces.
Well, come on, man. Like, I was definitely gonna cover my face too.
I can't assume that. I don't know what you're doing.
Yes, I covered my face as well.
All right. I thought you were going to go the hero route, but you've decided to go the villain route.
Out like an unarmed naked man.
Hey,
Not very heroic.
There's options you could have gone with. You've decided to go this way, which is fine. Okay, so like he sees you, he's looking at you, and he goes.
All right, I'm going to try punching him again.
Okay, punch again. He's still tied up and prone, so you still have advantage. Okay, a 19 will hit for 1 bludgeoning damage, which is not enough to knock him unconscious. You just kind of punch him in the gut, and he's like, "Hey, what the fuck?" And he's beginning to make all kinds of noise. Lunine and Andra are looking around, and they look back at you like, "What the hell?"
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do?
Hey,
I'm so sorry, Mike.
yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Just a second, man. Relax.
He's making more noise and struggling more.
Okay, yes, I got it. I will use my rapier and in a non-lethal fashion knock him out with like the pommel with the rapier.
Okay, go ahead. Make an attack at advantage. Uh, 16 will hit. You ponk him off the side of the head, but it's not enough to knock him unconscious.
Did he get like full health again? Like
He never lost any hit points.
I'm sorry, for game mechanics, how was he knocked out if he didn't lose any hit points?
So, the circumstance of him rolling a natural 1 and smacking his head twice put him in a state where a successful attack from Corvus that beat a damage threshold that I set knocked him out. Basically, your attacks are not hitting the same damage threshold, which is reduced because he's already been unconscious. So you're not hitting hard enough.
Okay, so I guess I missed that. I thought he was like at 0 hit points and
Nope.
came back to 1.
Oh, actually, wait. 16, but the damage would have been the attack because it was at advantage. So actually, the 10 is the damage threshold, so that was enough to knock him unconscious. Sorry. I misread. I misread the rolls because you're rolling 2 separate ones instead of just 1 line.
My bad. Sorry.
No, it's all good. So that's my fault. I misread your thing. So yeah, you just managed to knock him out again, and he goes silent and still.
I gave a thumbs up to Lunine and Andra. I was like, I got this.
Yeah.
You do this all the time.
And this is when the other 3 come rushing down the back alleys towards you. About 2 minutes later.
Wow, your timing is impeccable.
What do you mean?
Another minute and he would have woken up again. Knowing my luck.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, good for us. Listen, I got what I needed. We should probably get out of here.
We should hide him.
What should we do with him? Keep him hidden, tied up?
I mean, I guess we should hide him. Did you talk to somebody?
I talked to everyone. Not everyone, literally, but I talked to Darren. I talked to the somebody.
Then we should hide him.
They know what was on Sulfan's mind this morning. They know the note. I just ran with it. It was easier than lying. But he can't go back like this. That will raise suspicions.
I mean, natural. But I guess he won't act natural. You were gone a long time. A lot happened that he's not going to remember.
Yeah, that's true. Now, it did occur to me, we could wake him up in a safe place and use him for questioning. But I think I've got the proof I need. So it might be better to cut our losses.
You mean cut him?
No, I mean, if we can get out of here and let him go, as long as it's not going to tie us back to it. Did he see anyone's face?
No, because we were all covered.
Thank God. See, the mask isn't so weird after all. When's the next time we can get out of here? I mean, like, what did Lunine say about the passage that he struck? It's not tomorrow.
We have to do something, don't we?
Yeah, Renata and Selenar were there.
I don't know the answer. I was not there.
Oh, we have to do something still?
Awkward silence. There was a deal.
Right.
There was like I'll give you passage if you do this thing for me. It was
Something about-
stealing a goblin figurine.
Oh.
If you give Corvus the
Yeah,
details,
yeah,
he'll
yeah.
do it today.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll help. But I don't remember what the details are.
I don't either. I'm going to play Tanner right now. I'm not going to pretend right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Renata and Selenar were on the ship with Lunine when
Lunine.
when that deal was struck. So really, they're the two who have the information.
Yeah, I didn't write it down, so I forgot.
You people and you're not taking notes.
Who are you?
I know.
I got more notes than you do. But I don't know. My Corvus doesn't know, so I can't.
I
do
mean, I
anything
took notes, but I am not there.
No, you all met up. You're all back up at the guy who's tied up.
He cut out some time and said, "I found you," and we came back to the alley. So we're all the whole party's here.
Sorry, I was completely spacing out during Renata's RP sequence.
Very convenient that we tied all back together.
It's all good.
I mean, I figure if Selenar doesn't know what's happening, I don't need to know what's happening, so that's what's happening.
You never know when I'm going to be like, and here you all are.
That's true. Thank you. We had to squish that time down. So, when do you hide the body? How? I don't know. How do you move a body in the middle of town without being seen? Good question. Not one of my strong suits. We need to get out of here.
I mean, you can just leave him here. He's unconscious.
We can't leave him here. And like cover him up. Someone will find him eventually.
He doesn't even know who knocked him out. I don't think there's any risk in leaving him here. We just need to cover our tracks.
You need to. Well, okay. Wait. Who am I?
You're Ozo?
I'm not going to have that idea.
Selenar has this idea.
God damn it.
No,
This
It's
is the idea.
complicated
Leave
for
him
Ozo.
here.
There's
It's
no.
fine.
I mean,
I see what you mean.
Selenar advocated to just walk away from him 6 hours ago.
It was like 2. I think.
I mean, he's not going to remember a lot of stuff that just happened with Corvus, so I don't know if that's a problem. And if we have to do something for somebody to be allowed onto the boat, then either we have to do it really fast or we're in trouble.
Yeah. These are all true things.
That's what I understand to be true, but I'll help out.
We got to get out of here. Okay, so I'm gonna take off this guy's clothing. I've already taken off this guy's. Take off clothing. I'm gonna cover him with it. So at least
You took all the stuff though.
Oh yeah, I'll give you the money. Fuck that. I'm keeping the key. Probably. Should probably keep the key.
Okay.
I'm keeping the key. I mean, we've got 2 options, right? They're going to find him. They're going to know that someone did this to him because they're going to find him tied up. Or we let him go, and he's going to go back and tell someone that he was tied up. Perhaps. Or he's going to wake up in an alley without ropes on him? I don't really know.
I feel like we don't really have anything that we can do with. Think about, is there expediting us being able to hide on a ship or not? Whether or not we're doing the other thing, if we can go ask Saltcrust if we can go hide on the ship. Act natural. Just disappear.
What is the thing we need to do to get this passage? Does anyone know?
We look at Lunine, Selenar, and Renata.
If you just tell me, I'll do it right now. What is it? We had to steal something? I'm on a roll today, okay?
They said we had to do them a favor. I don't know that we've told anybody what the favor is.
Does someone need to go back and ask them?
No, the captain is a collector. He has many trinkets in his cabin. He was unclear how he lost or maybe sold a trinket to someone in town. He wants to recover it as price of our passage. It's possible we can just buy it back from the person or steal it.
Does he know where? Do you know where?
You were given that information, yeah.
Okay, I know we were given a name, but yeah, so it's I guess I can open my thing.
Yeah, you were told about a certain object in the private collection of a local moneylender, a tiefling named Jay, that has a vast collection of items from various conquests or deals or whatever.
And it's like I have a note that it's a little. Oh my god, I have too many lines that are all not making any sense. Yeah, it's I just have a small figurine.
Yeah, it's a small red granite figurine of a goblin with a wrench in one hand and a kind of like artistic burst of energy in the other.
Yeah, never heard of it.
And we have Jay's address.
At least his last known one.
And that was the deal that Ludine struck with the captain.
Someone go there. Try to barter for it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, so, and then when can we go? When are they ready? Do we have to hang out a long time before they're ready?
They're ready to go
Otherwise, we
today,
should
but
ask
we
them.
told them we would need a few days to button up business in Cliffside.
Oh, that's
So
perfect.
we didn't. No one wanted to just abandon.
No, we
business
all want to
for
leave
good.
now. Yeah, tomorrow. In fact, go touch the obelisk one last time.
Okay.
Well, if we're looking to leave tomorrow, then let's go to Jay's right now. I mean,
That
it's
is the answer.
mid-afternoon, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Jay's. We're going to Jay's right now. We're getting out of here.
Okay.
Cool.
Did anybody leave anything at the hotel?
Give me his address.
Idiot check.
Idiot check. Give me his address. I need to go send a message to Cash. Then we're going.
Andra and Lenine will go button up things at the hotel.
Perfect.
Gotcha. Good good use of that. I need to go send a message. You need to tell me where to meet you. You need to try to barter for this thing. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna just scope out the place like you did Calamine's Lotion. Tell me where to look, and I'll.
Well, luckily
I'll get it.
the message sending location is right next door.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if that's actually true, but it would be convenient.
I was like,
Let's
how
go.
do you know? You didn't know where I went to send a message.
No,
No idea.
we'll go. Let's go. I'll go with
Yeah,
you.
we're
Corvus
going.
can send the message. We'll go. I like trinkets.
All right.
I
So,
love the speed D&D we're doing.
yes.
Do you have any-
So, Renata, Selenar, and Ozo
Please.
head off towards Jay's. Corvus, you're heading where?
To send up another message to Cash. Didn't I promise to check in after the deed was done?
You did. You did. Yeah.
Just making sure.
Great. Yeah.
Back to Shara's Divatorium? Divinatorium?
Yep. That's the one. Yeah. So you head back.
I got notes.
Yeah. Good. You head back that way.
But they gave me the address so I can beat them afterwards, yeah?
Yes. So you head back to Shayaris. And she's there, and you go through the sequence of events and stuff. She recognizes your bearing and knows your business. And so you are once again subjected to that ritual where her eyes go blank and her face goes slack, but a massive smile appears across it, and you hear Cash's voice. Well, little cousin, that was very quick.
Yeah, I figured haste was necessary. I probably don't have much time in Cliffside now.
Were you
but I have the
made?
book. It was not made. As far as he knows, I was self-indicted.
Good.
His
You
ledger.
have something.
I've got a ledger here. It has numbers that don't match. And he talked about something. I didn't get the specifics out. We do have an unconscious body.
I don't care about that. We don't have much time with this spell.
It's what I figured. But there's proof here that he's up to something, and he's fixing the books. And he's
Great.
conspiring. Supposedly the only people that know are Darren and his 5 lieutenants, which I have names, places, descriptions of now.
Wonderful. Add everything you can to the ledger and leave it with Shayrar. I'll take it from there. And when she wakes up from this little inhabitation of hers, tell her purple peacocks are pretty. See you soon, cousin.
Got it. I might be taking a journey before I
And
get home.
Shara, everything go fine?
I'm going to shove the book in her hands and go, purple peacocks are pretty.
Ah, indeed they are. One moment. And she goes out and then comes back in, presses a bag into your hand, and says, "Good luck."
Thank you. I'm leaving town.
Great.
And I leave the shop.
So you have this bag with you now, and have dropped off the ledger with Shayrar. Shayrar, sorry. And you can meet up with your friends, who, meanwhile, you have come to a very nice kind of townhouse, essentially. It's like finance bro kind of domicile. Who's going to be the face of these interactions, if there are any?
I mean, Selenar was on the ship. Or Renata can.
I'll back you up, Selenar. Take the lead.
I'm gonna just wander around awkwardly and touch things.
Cool. So what's your plan? Are you like going to go up to the front door?
If you're putting Selenar in charge, I'm going to walk up to the front door and just ask for it.
Cool. So you knock on the door. A kind of...
No one stops me doing this.
Okay. An older, frumpy woman opens the door. She's like an older kind of like... Not like super heavy set, but like little extra paunch kind of older woman, human. Opens the door. Hello. Yes, can I help you?
Hello. My name is Selenar, and I'm here. I was sent here on behalf of a Captain Sin. I believe we're looking for Jay, if he is in.
The master is at home. Captain who? Captain Sun?
Joyson. He apparently.
Oh, Captain
Is a
Joyson.
friend, or at least an acquaintance of some kind.
Oh, very well. Yes, do come in. Do come in.
Thank you.
And she shows you in. It's a very well-appointed place. Very nice, very lovely. You can see there are little like plinths with all kinds of like knickknacks and shelves with stuff on them, kind of like throughout the building. And she brings you kind of directly into a little study area. Where there is a large kind of fire going to like keep out the chill that's kind of happens in cold, stony areas. And it's very lushly appointed, and kind of like in front of the fire, there's this like one of those massive like wingback chairs that's like ridiculously tall. And she goes, "Excuse me, Master J, there's some friends of Captain Joyson's here for you." And you hear a response. "Oh, well, isn't that lovely?" And you see a red-skinned hand put down whatever book it was reading, and standing up and facing you in an expertly cut suit equivalent with like a very nice tie and like a cravat and like a bejeweled tie pin kind of vibes, is one of the most beautiful male tieflings any of you have ever seen. Like flawless, immaculate skin, little red horns that kind of sweep back a little bit, brown hair, kind of like a deep auburny red brown hair, kind of like cascading back and like over his shoulders, very silken looking. And he's like, "Ah, a pleasure to meet friends of Captain Joyson. My name is Jay. How may I be of service to you?"
Thank you very much for taking the time to meet with us.
Any friend of Turi's is a friend of mine.
I am.
How is the little devil?
I presume he is good. He sent us here on a favor, though we just met yesterday, so I can't say I know him well.
Interesting.
But he had nothing but good things to say about you.
Oh, I very much doubt that. Sorry, your name was Selenar?
Selenar.
Well, it's wonderful to meet you. I've never met a full-blooded elf before. The rumors are true. You're absolutely breathtaking.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, no, thank you.
Let me introduce you to the rest of my companions. This is Ozo, Renata, and Corvus, we are all traveling together.
Corvus is not there yet, but that's okay. You were sent on ahead while he went to do his thing.
Okay.
Renata, Ozo, very nice to meet you. What an absolutely stunning and interesting group of friends that Turi has sent me. He's not trying to set one of you up with me, is he? Because I'm currently seeing someone.
Seen, I suppose. One never truly knows what the future holds. Isn't that true?
I suppose that's true. But I suppose I should ask what this is all about. As much as I do enjoy floating, I am sort of seeing someone at the moment.
Of course, of course. Well, not to waste any more of your time, Captain Joyson sent us here to inquire about a small trinket he seems to have traded you in the past. He's interested in recovering it if he can. I believe
of course he is. Yes, I know the one.
Figurine. You know the one?
I do. It's a long game between us, back and forth. He steals it, I kidnap it back. It's an old game we play.
Well, not to be too forward, but what would it take for him to recover the object?
Well, this is a new tract for him. How much did he send you with?
He didn't give us a number. He seems to enjoy
In
the
that
game as much
case,
as you clearly do.
5,000 gold pieces. And it's his. No questions asked.
I'll be sure to relay the message.
Wonderful.
Is there anything cool in the room for Ozo to be like, what's that?
Make a perception check.
I'm perceptive. I'm trying to case the joint.
Yeah.
As well as I'm Ozo, so cool stuff is cool.
Taught you well.
Yeah, 17. There's a lot of cool shit here. Most of it's like little like knick-knacky things, like just little like statues or little like keychains or whatever. But there's a lot of like cool, interesting things here. There's a few like pieces of, it looks like handkerchiefs or cravats that are like artfully displayed on like wall plaques or like in a case or like one of those like watch cases, but it's all like cravats or something. There's a couple of tie pins like over the mantle case. It's a very odd collection. It doesn't seem like there's any one specific thing, but there's a lot of like little trinkety things.
When Ozo just like wander around, black shod.
Yeah.
And or do I see the tiny statue? Shifty eyes.
Oh yeah, it is sitting on a table by the chair that he was sitting in. Not like next to it, but like so he could see it by the fireplace.
Ooh, is that it?
Ah, yes, that is. It's an old little gift that was given long ago, and ever since we've sort of played a game of keep away with it.
Why?
Why do brothers do anything?
Brothers?
Yes. Didn't Turi tell you?
I mean, we met him yesterday, so...
That's very Turi. Yes, Turi Joyson is my brother. Yes. Impish little fellow, isn't he?
Present this year?
Well, his birthday hasn't happened yet, so no.
Oh, okay.
No. He's a winter boy. My lovely self, however, is much more of a spring type.
I see.
Yes.
What's that? Pointed something random to continue moving around the room.
Yep. Oh, that's just a little gift from an ex. Most of these things are mementos of the heart more so than anything else. A few business conquests, I suppose, but more or less it's just to remind me of good times with good people.
Do I see the little goblin statue we've been talking about in this room?
Yeah, Ozo just pointed it out.
Right, so no, okay, great.
Yeah. Yep, you all saw
Is
it.
this a big place? Are we like in a mansion or like a small?
It's a town. It's like a townhouse. So like you're
He's
in
a money
the
lender,
study.
so he's
Yeah,
like a banker, right? Like
yeah,
fairly well off at least. But
yeah. Like he's living on the heart in the heart tier, which is like where the rich people live.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it's like a nice house.
Why
Well,
are they sad?
Salinar's angling to exit. He gave us a price. We're gonna go talk about it. That's sort of my vibe.
Okay.
And like, I know that we don't have anywhere close to that amount of gold, so if we're gonna try to like, but he told us he's the captain's brother, so probably not gonna try to kill him. But you know, if we're trying to steal it, none of us are gonna be a stealer except maybe Ozo, but she seems preoccupied.
Yeah.
They're just exploring the room, finding all the windows. I'll look out the window.
Yeah, I was going to do the same.
Yeah.
Like, just be mindful of what each room looks like that we go through. And...
Yeah. So far, it's just been like the front foyer, hallway, and this room.
Why do you?
Excuse me, can I use a bathroom?
Oh, of course. Glinda! And the maid comes back in. Yes? Can you show Mr. Renata here, or Mr... What was it again?
Oh, that's right, Renata.
Mr. Renata?
Renata Soul Angel.
Soul Angel. Mr. Soul Angel, to the water closet, please. Of course, sir. And she'll show you to the restroom, which is kind of back out the hall and like a little ways down, and then there it is. Into the privy you go.
Right. And is there a window in this bathroom?
Yeah.
Perfect. So once I go in and I step inside and I lock the door, and if I open the window, does it just like go out into the yard or alley?
Well, there's not so much of a yard with these buildings. Like there's like it's like it's not that kind of city where like the buildings are far apart. It's like this building was carved out of the living cliff.
Stone, right?
So it's just kind of like next to another building. So there's like a maybe 10-foot wide alley there, but it's just on the side. It's not like in the back.
On the side. And this is still the first floor?
Uh-huh.
Ground floor? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The window's not like a big, massive window either. It's like a little, like, half-size window.
Would I be able to squeeze through it?
It'd be tight.
Or would Ozo be able to squeeze through it?
Possibly.
All right. I am going to close the window, but I want to shove something in so it doesn't lock all the way. But like give the perception of it being closed shut. If that makes sense.
Cool. So, all right. What are you going to shove in there? What do you have?
What's in the bathroom that I may use?
There's like towels and like a pitcher and an ewer of water.
No, that's super noticeable.
Like this is like the guest bathroom. This is not like Jay's private water closet, you know.
Gotcha. Is a locking mechanism on the window simple in design?
Yeah, it's just a latch, like a hook and an eye.
Okay. Then why don't I just break off the hook?
Okay. Make a strength check.
Let me hold on. So when I say that, so the hook is like nailed into the window, or I'm not the window, but the right next to the window, I imagine.
Yeah, so there's a little eye eye bolt on the window, and there are a little eye hook on the window, and then there's a swivel hook that comes up from the sill that just like latches it down.
Okay. Could I use my dagger to maybe try to wiggle the hook piece off the wall just a little bit?
So the wall is stone. Your dagger is designed for cutting flesh. If you want to try, you can. It's going to take a while to get anywhere with it.
Okay. No, I mean,
I guess it's how long do you want to spend? Like, this is not a shambly building. This is well maintained.
yeah.
This is well kept, good stone, solid workmanship. This is not like a little Stevie dive bar.
There would be I thought that maybe there would be some space in between the hook piece and this stone wall that I can like slide my dagger in between and kind of just wiggle it loose.
No, the hook is in. It's like mounted into the stone wall because
Okay.
all the walls are stone. Remember, this is a dwarven built city, so everything is stone.
Gotcha. You know what? I will close the window but not latch it back up.
Great.
And just kind of hope that during whatever cleanup time the maid has, she won't notice it.
Yeah, sure.
She probably will. But okay, I guess that's it then. I'll
You fall in?
I flush, wash my hands, and step out.
Yeah. She's waiting about 10 feet down the hallway. Everything all right, sir? I'll show you back to the master now. She wasn't like out there listening to you, but she was respectfully waiting for you.
Okay.
And she shows you back down the hallway, the master. Meanwhile, Ozo and Selenar, Jay happily chit-chats to you and tells you stories as you wait for Renata to rejoin you. So the three of you are back together. Well, if there's nothing else I can do for you all, please tell Turi, it'll be 5,000 gold. If he needs a loan, let me know. I know people.
We're happy to relay the message, and I appreciate your time. And your home is beautiful, by the way.
Well, thank you. It's a modest little thing, but I do try. I've been very fortunate in my dealings.
I really like that one.
Oh, yes, that's a particularly good one. Yes, that's a particularly funny story. Maybe I'll tell you next time when you come back with his counter offer.
Okay. Sounds good. Nice meeting you.
Pleasure to meet you all. And Gwendolyn then shows you out.
Cool.
Yeah. So as you begin to walk down the way, you see Corvus rushing up towards you all, and you reunite about half a block from Jay's house.
Cool.
Did you get it?
No. He wants
You have 5,000 gold?
No one counter offered?
No.
I mean,
Just
we're...
kidding. Even at 3,000, we wouldn't be able to afford that. Okay, where is it?
It's in the front room. You go in the front doors, and then you take a right, and then whatever our path is, Ozo will describe nonchalantly, quietly, in Ozo voice.
Yep.
Anything else I should know about getting in and out?
He seems really nice.
Very nice.
I will mention the bathroom window that you can try.
Yeah.
Renata.
Oh, good idea.
Wow. I'm impressed.
Where'd you learn that? I don't do stuff. I just look at stuff.
Back in Hessian, it was a rough way of life. What can I say?
Oh.
We should talk about this. Okay. After he goes to sleep. Okay. All right. Ozo and I got at this.
Or we could just pay. Do you think he'll pay? You met this captain. Does he want it that bad?
You want to give him the counteroffer? That's fine.
I
I
don't
mean,
think it's a matter of money, because
no, I mean, he gave us the choice to pay for our voyage or get this item.
How much was the voyage? Not 5,000 gold, I imagine.
Well, it's certainly more than we have.
The voyage?
He didn't give us the number.
Everyone
Yeah, he's got
who
a crew of a dozen people. And
everyone who was in the room with Jay, go ahead and make a retroactive insight check for me.
Yeah, you dummies. I'm just kidding.
Wow, harsh.
I'm from the woods. Don't yell at me.
I'm just kidding. This happened today. I'm just
too.
teasing.
Ozo, when Jay threw out that number, you could tell he was being exorbitant because it was such a ridiculously high number for that thing that he knows there's no way Turi's going to pay it.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I just thought about it. He was just messing with us. Apparently they're brothers. And I've never had a brother, but they mess with each other, it sounds like. Do you have a brother? Have you messed with your brother?
You talking to me?
Yes, because you asked a question.
I don't have anyone.
Oh,
So I'm trying to think. Do I try to go in and talk to him?
So here's what you know right now. You know the general layout. You know he's set at an astronomically outrageous price, and you know that, and apparently it's a game. And you know right now, the bathroom window is unlatched. You don't know how long it will stay that way.
Are you suggesting? I love this.
I'm just doing a quick recap of what you know. And you also now know that Captain Joyson and Jay are brothers.
I break into the bathroom. I stay in the house somewhere secretly until nightfall. And then I go in and steal the statue and come out.
Is that what you're doing?
This is the working plan. What time of day is it now? We should probably end the session, but this is is going into next session, perhaps.
Yeah,
we have to be up at 5.
It's late afternoon.
Yeah.
It's late afternoon. So you get the beginnings of this plan kind of half a block away from this house that you're talking about breaking into. There are
do that somewhere else.
Yeah. So all this occurs to you, and as you're talking about all this information, kind of going over, that's where we'll end tonight's session of Nuuli Forged. Because y'all did real well. You achieved your main objective in Cliffside without a combat, which was a 170% real possibility, and you countered it.
Considering where it was going with me.
I honestly was like, I don't know what I don't know what I could have done. I mean, I got lucky. I had to go in there alone, otherwise I would have attracted suspicion. But if I had started a fight, what was I supposed to do? Die? I don't know.
You can always run from a fight.
That's true. I would have had to run, but yeah, that was wild. Thank God the dice were on my side when it mattered.
Dude, they were.
That's why I'm like,
Your rolls
this
were ridiculous.
is my luck right out. Am I going to fail at my first?
Yeah, y'all did some crazy good rolls tonight. Multiple natural 20s and very good moments. And high rolls in general across the board tonight for the most part.
Sorry for making you watch the Corvus show again, but
you've been missing for a little while. It's fine.
Okay, that's just me just making up for it, I guess.
Everyone needs their spotlight every now and then.
Right.
But hey, you
played impulsively and did it. And
this was like a stealth mission, and you're the stealth character, so it makes sense that you went in and did it solo. Big risk, but big reward. And you also have a bag of something that was shoved in your hands by Shayrock.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot to check that. And I have 24 gold that I stole from something.
You do?
It's perfect. Give us money.
I'll give one of the bags to the team to split up. Since they found me, they did some of the work too.
Isn't Renata playing treasurer?
I have been marking my personal funds, but I think Renata is marking party funds. Yes.
Yes.
So for the moment, just until you actually go through the bag that Shayrar gave you, just mark that you have this bag that Shayrar gave you.
Okay, will do.
Cool.
All right.
Wonderful.
Well done, us.
Well done, everybody. Good job this evening. Hope you all had fun. And I hope Taco San Mashu and Ives Got It, I hope you all had fun joining us this evening, as well as any lurkers with us tonight. So thank you all very much for joining us. We're going to go around and say some quick goodbyes. I will figure out who we're going to raid this evening. And we'll start our goodbyes with Selenar.
Hello, goodbye. When are we playing again? Are we playing next week, or are we off forever now?
So I believe that, let me check here, but I think next week is still up in the air because a couple people I think may be unavailable. Let me look here. I know that after that we'll have the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'll be available next Tuesday for sure. So if we play, I'll be here.
Wonderful.
But this is either a goodbye for a month or an I'll see you next week, so that's why I'm asking.
Yeah. Totally. That's what I was looking for. Looking at the calendar. So I believe only Mike is unavailable next week. So we will play next week, unless something comes up. So we will be back on the 17th at 7 p.m. Ready to play some D&D. In the meantime, thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you, Jeff. Next up, Renata.
Hey, I'm Renata. Mike, thank you guys for watching. Come back next week to see everyone else play. And I'll be back on shortly after that.
Wonderful. Next up, we got Ozo.
Hi, bye. I'm Ozo and Amber, and yeah, I guess more of the same. Apparently, Ozo is becoming a criminal mastermind. Once we're doing crime, Ozo's like, "Oh, Corvus taught me this." So come back more for more shenanigans. Also, I think we're the Nudgnicks.
Not the Dead Ringers.
Nudgnicks.
Y'all haven't made any kind of canon discussion about your group
I
name.
thought the Dead Ringers was pretty solid after the actual
all right.
ghost
No,
episode
Dead
with
Great.
the bell and the dead things. I thought it was like a sign from the DM.
We still have the bell too.
Nudgnick. It's the best word ever.
That can be our
to be determined
name.
And anyway, next we've got Corvus.
This is Corvus, the leader of the Dead Ringers. Signing off.
Wonderful.
Played by Matt. See you next week. Happy holiday.
Wonderful. Thank you all for being here. I've been Jared, your humble dungeon master here on Nuuli Forged. You can check us out on YouTube and all the variety of social networks that exist. Instagram is the best one, and then I guess Blue Sky after that, and so on and so forth, Threads and whatnot. I should update that. I've got it. Thank you for reminding me to update the socials command. In the meantime, we're going to go over and we're going to raid Dork Tales this evening. They are playing some D&D there. So hop in this raid, let them know that they've been newly raided, and be kind to others, take care of yourself. It can be stressful this time of year, so watch out, keep an eye on things. And we'll see you back here on Tuesday, December 17th at 7 p.m. for whatever these crazy cats are going to do and come up with.
How could it get crazier?
Who knows? So happy holidays, everybody. And we will see you next week. Good night, everyone. Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.